Welcome in and happy Friday, everyone. Fordham women's basketball comes into their third game at Rose Hill Gym this season. Coming into town, the traveling Peacocks of St. Peter's. Fatmata Jede leads them. She's averaging 15 points and 6 rebounds in their first week of the season. They're looking to get their first win of the season tonight. The Rams come off a road loss to Big East Seton Hall, looking to bounce back against another Jersey foe. Taylor Donaldson, A-10's leading scorer last season, returned from injury against the Pirates. She'll try to keep their fresh and new season rolling tonight. She'll be alongside some Rams newcomers really seeing big roles this season. Players like Irene Mora, Amaya Ferguson, and Shay Harris. Rams play 3 of their next 4 games on the road. They're definitely going to want to take advantage of the home court tonight and pick up their second win of the still very young season. It's Fordham and St. Peter's, and it's next on WFUV Sports. Taking you live before St. Peter's Fordham, joined by head coach, Coach Bridgette Mitchell. Coach, in these early stages, teams around the country can maybe take these with less severity than conference play or even games later in the season. How do you guys take every game at this point in the season with the same level of seriousness?
Yeah, every opportunity that we get to go out on the floor, we have to take advantage of it. So it doesn't matter who the opponent is. It just so happens to be St. Peter's tonight. Our goal is always the same.
And then Taylor Donaldson came back from injury against Seton Hall the other night. What are your expectations for her in her second game back from injury?
Yeah, she's starting, so high expectations for her, right? She's a leader on this team, and we're looking forward to her getting out there and getting the opportunity to get comfortable again, right? So just putting her in situations where she's uncomfortable as of right now. So that we're preparing for conference play, right? Non-conference, we're going to go through a lot of obstacles, and our goal is to really focus and get better and better so that we are prepared.
And Coach, we're still at an early point in the season. It's still very early. What is just some overall, just general goals you want to solve in the next just 3 to 4 games, just heading into the road trip you have? Yeah,
our goal doesn't change as far as being better than we were last time out. So that's what our team is talking about, just in terms of our locker room dialogue. It's what's our desired outcome. And so we ask it for practice and we ask it for games. And so when we have a desired outcome, right, some say it's to win. Sometimes some people say it's to execute the game plan, right? So we're measuring ourselves based upon that, not necessarily, it's more so the how rather than the outcome, if that makes sense.
And your Rams have had plenty of success on the glass this season so far. Do you guys think that you'll have the rebounding advantage tonight against St. Peter's? And if not, what will you do as a team to get that advantage?
Yeah, it's unknown, right? In terms of St. Peter's, they're a really scrappy team. They're going to come out and they have talented players that are going to compete against us. And so I think that for our players, you have to come out and do what you've shown. It's really big with a young team that we're seeing glimpses of really great stuff from each individual on our team. So now we're trying to put it together, right, so that everyone can show up on the same night. Our rebounders, just in terms of production thus far, Kayla Berry, Emma Wilson is back getting back in the flow of things. She's an excellent rebounder. Irene, as you can see, she rebounds precious, right? So we have players that own that sense of their identity of rebounding. We just have to get everybody doing it on the same night. Right, so.
And I asked you about Irene last game. I didn't want to harp on it too much, but can you just speak to her last game at Seton Hall? She held her own against some competition that was overpowering it sometimes.
Yeah, they were fouling a lot, and quite frankly, and she took care of the ball as best she could with fouls. We have to be tough. It was a road game where things are not going to go our way. How are you going to respond when things don't go your way? And she responded exceptionally well, but that's who Irene is. She's been the most consistent player on our team.
And that'll feed into the identity that we're always
Yep.
talking about as well. Thank you, Coach. We'll be right back after. Welcome in to the historic Rose Hill Gym in its centennial 100th year season. I'm Chris Carrino. I have the absolute pleasure of being joined for the first time by Tucker Austin. Tucker, it's a fantastic day. We're here on a Friday night for some Fordham women's basketball. The traveling Peacocks of St. Peter's come into town. They were a Cinderella story in March Madness a few years ago now. Their women's side comes into the Bronx. But first, Tucker, how are you on this Friday evening?
I am just as excited as you are to be in this building tonight, Chris. First time calling a basketball game with color analysis, and we've got a great one too. Fordham coming off of a loss against Seton Hall their last time out, 67-44. They're looking to bounce back inside the Rose Hill Gym against a St. Peter's Peacocks squad that, quite frankly, is not the best when it comes to offense. They're ranked in the bottom 50 teams in most offensive categories. Fordham will be looking to take advantage of that in this game tonight.
Yeah, they'll look to take advantage of that. The St. Peter's team hasn't gotten a win yet on the year. Fordham has a win against Cal State Fullerton. They're coming off a big loss against Seton Hall, Big East Seton Hall. That one was on the road earlier in the week. There's a lot of different storylines with this Fordham team, Tucker, between Taylor Donaldson, between emerging stars coming in that are new to the fold here at this program, in this Bridget Mitchell program. What do you think is the most important story for this evening, and what should people keep a real keen ear on?
Well, I think the biggest player to watch for Fordham tonight is going to be Taylor Donaldson. We know she's coming off of an injury, and you heard in the coach's sound what Bridget Mitchell's expectations are for Donaldson coming into tonight's game. Look for Taylor Donaldson to play a big role in this Fordham offense, as she is uncapped for minutes tonight.
Yeah, she's uncapped for minutes tonight. She missed the first two games of the season, was in limited minutes against Seton Hall. As Tucker said, one of the best in the A-10 last year, if not the best at scoring the basketball. As I mentioned in the very beginning, there is some new women out there for this Fordham team really making an impact. It's Arene Moore really making an impact. Shea Harris made an impact. She's actually going to miss this game, or not miss this game. She's going to slide on the bench for this game in favor of Taylor Donaldson. But it's also Amaya Ferguson. Maya Giles-Jones is also getting acquainted still. It's a new front, a new just overall look for this program for the Rams.
Yes, and you mentioned Shea Harris getting bumped to the bench today. She put up 19 points in Fordham's first game of the season against Adelphi last week. But since then, the production hasn't matched that. And now on the bench, certainly she won't be putting up close to 20 points, but you can expect some good hustle buckets, maybe somewhere in the range of 6 to 8 points out of Harris tonight.
Yeah, and even off air before the game, we were talking to Coach Bridget Mitchell, and she stressed on the other side for the Peacocks just how important Fatima Janneh is worth. She is worth so much for the St. Peter's team. It feels like, at least offensively, all of their work is run through her.
Yeah, pretty much. She averaged 11 points last season, started 27 of 29 games that she played in for the St. Peter's Peacocks. And Bridget Mitchell was very clear pregame and during our coach's sound that Fordham's game plan defensively will be to shut down Fatima Janneh in this game.
Yeah, shutting her down is ideal. Layla Laws is the player they played in this game last year when these two teams met. She was effective in that one, and there's a few newer people kind of matching Fordham's scheme of control and balance on the roster. Fordham coming into this one, moving right to left. St. Peter's Prep St. Peter's, not St. Peter's Prep.
Yes.
I'm back in New Jersey. They're also in New Jersey. Fordham was just in New Jersey earlier in the week at Seton Hall. Another Jersey foe, as I said in the intro. St. Peter's going left to right, and they're away dark blue, and Fordham in their home white going right to left. It's going to be Janneh and Moore to take the tip. Both teams with a lot of size, Tucker.
Yeah, certainly. St. Peter's definitely has the size advantage, but it doesn't translate to their rebounding. Fordham's rebounding much better.
It's going to be Laws on the other side, right off the tip, going for a layup on the other side. No good, and Fordham will take it over offensively. Taya Davis has it deep on the left wing, guarded by Alana. Going to go right around to Kayla Berry, screen to Moore, top of the key. Dribble handoff to Ferguson, right wing. On the left wing to Davis, skip pass. Davis drifting right, now to Moore, right wing, to Donaldson, same spot, right wing. She'll go left around the screen, and it'll be a foul off the ball. The Rams will hold on to it.
Fordham trying to get something going early with the offense. Looks like they're actually setting up against, I believe it was against Cal State Fullerton. Fordham had a hard time getting the offense going and had a lot of turnovers in transition.
It's Donaldson, top of the key to Taya Davis, same spot. Drifts to the left wing, calling out her offense. Going right now around a Berry screen to Moore on the right wing, wide open, her three, no good. Rebound on the offensive glass from Taylor Donaldson. Pulls it out to the perimeter, resets the offense. Rams threatening, Taya Davis on the right wing to Donaldson, top of the arc, to Ferguson, swinging it to the left wing. In the left corner to Berry, she'll drive baseline, go up at the rim, challenge, and St. Peter's will get it, going the other way on the miss. Alana on the left wing, passing it inside, Jana. Jana working on Mora inside and finishing on Mora inside.
Well, we knew that Jana was going to be a problem for Fordham today, showing exactly why she's such a prolific scorer for the Peacocks.
It's Taya Davis receiving the dribble handoff to Taylor Donaldson, top of the arc. She'll take a three, no good. Rebound on the defensive glass there by Alana. She had to track it down, but got there. It's going to be Laws taking it over half court, finding Alana. She got her back. It's going to be Grant, Alana, Zinkova, Laws, and Jana starting lineup out there for St. Peter's. Mora, Davis, Ferguson, Berry, and of course Taylor Donaldson out there for the Rams. It's good on Jana's left elbow jumper, and that jumper puts the St. Peter's team out to a 4-point lead.
Well, I hope that the plan so far is not going as Fordham intended. Clearly Jana doing whatever she wants on the offensive end.
Taya Davis on the right wing to Donaldson, top of the arc to Ferguson on the left wing. Back to Taya Davis, swinging it back to Donaldson. Back to Taya Davis, she pump fakes on the left wing, out to Ferguson, top of the key, she'll take a three, no good. Rebound by Mora, middle of the paint, she'll go back up with it and finish. First point to the board for Fordham.
And we see that offensive rebound work again for the Fordham Rams. They've been great on the boards this year. Arena Marua showing how it's done inside the paint, getting the second chance points.
It's going to be Laws bringing it up once again for St. Peter's. To Grant, to Elena. Alana drifts left to Jana. Pump fakes at the right elbow, drives inside, kicks it out to Laws in the left corner. She'll take a three, no good, hitting side rim. Kayla Berry will gather it going the other way. Taya Davis on the right wing will burst to the rim, and it's going to be an offensive foul, or not an offensive foul, defensive foul, I believe. The refs are going to discuss it here for a second. Believe it was a defensive foul. Taya Davis drove from the right wing to the basket, and there was a whistle in between.
Yeah, it seems like a blocking foul. I don't think the defender got her feet set when Taya Davis made that drive.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Fatima Jana once again. Player we talked about being so vital for this Peacock team.
And pretty big that she has a foul this early in the first quarter as well.
Ferguson taking out under the basket in the right corner to Shea Harris. Ferguson gets it, top of the arc. She drives, left side of the lane. Puts up a shot and hits. Circus shot for Ferguson goes, ties the game at 4.
And a nice look from Ferguson there on the inside, taking the contact on the low block and getting the bucket.
Jenkova to Alana, top of the key, around the Fordham script logo. Pass to Jana, right elbow. She'll take a couple stutter steps, dribble handoff to Jenkova, right wing. She'll hit on a three. Nicola Jenkova hits on a three, and that puts the St. Peter's Peacocks back out in front.
And it was no points for Zdenkova in their last game against Army on Saturday last weekend, so a big three for her to start this game off.
Moore on the right wing to Shea Harris. Shea Harris driving at the free throw line, out to Rose Nelson on the left wing, dribble handoff to Ferguson. Passing it to Shea Harris on the right wing. She takes the 8-foot jumper, no good, offside rim, back out to Ferguson from the offensive glass to Taylor Donaldson on the right wing. She'll hit a three. Taylor Donaldson puts the Rams back out in front.
More offensive rebounding for the Fordham Rams. A bit of a forced shot from Shea Harris there, but Fordham's able to recollect the rebound and get the three ball.
7-6 Rams, 5:45 to go in this first quarter. Shea Harris almost disrupted something there in the backcourt. It'll stay with the Peacocks. It's going to be substitution for the Peacocks. It's going to be Emily O'Connell coming in for Loletta Alana. St. Peter's take it out in the backfield to Jana around midcourt. She'll gather it to O'Connell up front on the right block. She'll put up a layup. It goes.
Nice touch from O'Connell there inside.
Ferguson now has it for the Ram offense to Taylor Donaldson in between the circles. Driving inside, no good on the layup. It's going to be the Peacocks on the defensive glass. It's Maya Hodgson.
I believe Fordham ball after that.
It's going to be Fordham ball. It's going to be off Hyacinth. Peacocks were almost there on the defensive glass. It's going to be Fordham taking it out under the basket. Rose Nelson gets it right on the right block from the inbound under the basket. Out to Donaldson on the left wing. To Mora on the left block. She'll face up her defender to the right corner to Rose Nelson. She'll drive inside on baseline. Tried to get it into Mora inside, and it'll stay here with the Rams out of bounds.
I'd love to see Rose Nelson get involved on the offensive end. She's taken just one shot this season for the Fordham Rams in their first game against Adelphi. Shot and missed, and has not taken a shot from the floor since then. Looking to get her involved in the offense are the Rams.
So Maya Ferguson parallel with the left block, taking it out under the basket. Shea Harris has it in the left corner, out to Ferguson in between the circles. Ferguson passing to Nelson, left wing, to Taylor Donaldson, top of the arc, driving right side of the lane, no good on the layup. Once again, St. Peter's will gather. O'Connell brings it up for St. Peter's. Tried to get it up ahead, up the court, unsuccessfully to Maya Hyacinth. Once again, the Rams will gather.
And it was Linda Amaning on the defensive rebound for the St. Peter's Peacocks, standing at 6'3", the freshman. She's going to be doing a lot of work in the paint today and giving Fordham some problems on the glass.
8-7, St. Peter's Peacocks lead the Fordham Rams. We'll be right back with 1:54 to go in this first quarter.
Hi, my name is Ryan Rucco, WFUV class of 2008. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV sports.
Welcome back to the Bronx, more specifically the Rose Hill Gym. I'm Chris Carrino, joined by my partner Tucker Austin. Tucker, 8-7 Peacocks lead. St. Peter's have a lead over the Fordham Rams. It's still early, 4:54 to go in this first quarter, but St. Peter's playing a pretty good early stages of this game so far.
Yeah, I mean, they have the lead, 8-7. They're up by a point on the Fordham Rams, certainly putting the work in offensively. I would point you to the rebounding totals, though. Fordham leading that category 6-2 early. Much as we expected from this Fordham team, getting a lot of rebounds, getting their work in on the glass. I feel as the game goes on, that rebounding total will continue to sort of, like, the differential will become greater, and I think the score will start to reflect that at some point.
Yeah, talking about the difference, Taylor Donaldson, we kind of described that way in the beginning of this game. She has been out there starting this game, had all the minutes up until this point out there on the floor. She has 3 points, 1 for 4 from the field, including 1 for 2 from 3. How do you think she has been so far, and what do you think of her effectiveness on the offensive end, considering she was the leader in points per game in the conference last year?
I mean, you would expect a little bit better out of her, but we should keep in mind that she is coming off of an injury. It's her second game back from injury. Most likely not at 100% quite yet, despite Bridgette Mitchell's confidence that she will be able to play normal minutes in this game. I think so far we've seen good things from Donaldson. She's moving in a very healthy way around on the floor. Doesn't seem to be impeded in any way. It's just going to be about getting the efficiency up and knocking down the shots when she gets them.
Yeah, efficiency important on both ends of the floor, and especially offensively for this Fordham team. Efficiency really travels with their wins. If they lose, that efficiency goes down. When they win, that efficiency always is there.
I'm also liking what I'm seeing from Arena Marua in this game so far. She's not backing down to the challenge of Fatima Jana, the best offensive player on the St. Peter's Peacocks. She's bumping with her in the paint, really giving her some issues and giving her the body inside.
It's Fordham's offense taking over. It's Precious Amashola trying to pass it on the right wing, ends up getting it back for herself and driving baseline side, smothered by O'Connell in the right corner, out to Ferguson in between the circles. She'll gather it. It's going to be an offensive foul called off the ball. Not sure who that one's going to be on. It's going to be on Precious Omashola, and St. Peter's get the ball back.
Yeah, that's just a tough play for Precious Omashola. She's given Fordham some good looks this year. Takes a tough foul in this first quarter, just not when you need that foul.
Emily O'Connell gets it up the floor to Alana. Alana having some trouble with it. Eventually gets it to O'Connell across half court for the Peacock offense. She has it in the right corner, out to Jana on the right wing, and back out to Alana. Alana on the right wing to O'Connell. Back out top of the key. Alana on the right elbow, back out to Jana left wing. She'll take a long three, no good, offside rim. DePool is there on the defensive glass, getting it to Shea Harris. Shea Harris will take it up for the Rams. Shea Harris drifting to the right wing, gets it to Ferguson, back to Shea Harris. She'll fire right away from the right wing, no good. On the offensive glass is Antoine. Antoine on the ground, couldn't quite hold on to it. Now the Peacocks coming the other way. It's going to be Hyacinth on the left wing, out to Alana. Alana to O'Connell on the right wing, going right around a Jana screen. Now going baseline side to the rim, stops, tries to pass it back out to Alana, stolen by Shea Harris. On the other end with the layup, no good. A wedgie on the left side of the rim for Harris, and it'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Rams on this side.
That is so unfortunate for this Rams team. That's a layup to take the lead immediately in transition after the steal. If you're Shea Harris, you'd love to cap off that play with the points. But still, regardless, an excellent steal in the passing lane by Shea Harris there.
Possession arrow on the scores table reads Fordham. They'll hold on to it. Be Ferguson under the basket, taking it out to Harris in the right corner. Going left around at Omashola's screen, takes the mid-ranger, no good. Omashola got it under the basket, gets blocked on the way up. Putback attempt stuffed, and now the Peacocks going the other way. Alana up ahead on the right wing, tried to get it to Grant, and she tried to pump fake, drive baseline, traveled beforehand, and the Rams will take it over once again.
Yeah, moving just a little bit too quickly there where the St. Peter's Peacocks got a little bit ahead of herself and picks up the travel. It'll be Fordham ball.
It's going to be Berry inbounding to Ferguson here in the backcourt. 8-7 Peacocks, 3:09 to go in this first quarter. Ferguson gets it, drives baseline side, out to the right wing. Shea Harris, she'll take a three. No good. Kayla Berry on the offensive glass. And it'll be a foul under the basket. It'll stay here with the Rams.
And that's a great job from Kayla Berry to get on the offensive board and then to draw the foul underneath.
It's going to be Fordham taking it out under the basket. Ferguson parallel with the right block. Gets it to Shea Harris in the left corner. Harris to Ferguson in between the circles. It's going to be an offensive foul off the ball once again. This time it's on Kayla Berry, and the Peacocks will get it back once again. Another turnover, Tucker, for the Rams.
Yeah, and of course she drains the three that she took after the foul on the floor after Fordham missed their last three buckets from beyond the arc. Just a little bit of bad luck there.
It's going to be thrown overhand to the front court, and it's stolen. Shea Harris now bringing it up past half court for the Rams offense. To DePool on the right wing. She'll take a three. No good off front rim. Rebound by Jana under the basket for the Peacocks.
Another high arcer for the Rams, trying to be emphatic with their lead change from beyond the arc.
Dribble handoff to Laws. She'll go baseline side and get stripped on the way there, and it'll stay with St. Peter's. 8-7 still. The score's stayed the same for a little bit now. 2:33 to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, both teams scoreless in over 3 minutes now.
Yeah, wow. Jana gets it in the left corner to Laws in the left wing. Out to Genkova. She'll get it to Jana on the right elbow. In the right corner, no good from the right corner. That was a Manning, and it's going to be Fordham offense coming the other way. Coming with speed, Ferguson. Driving left side of the lane, puts up a right-handed layup. No good. Jana's in the middle of the paint to grab the defensive rebound. St. Peter's going the other way. Alana. Deep on the right wing. Guarded heavily by DePool. Stolen pass there. Harris in transition, finishing with the layup on the other end. A steal and score. She couldn't get it on the wedgie earlier. She completes it there.
Nope, she converts it this time. A great play by Shea Harris. Again, to make the steal in the passing lane. This time, she coasts all the way to the other end and gets the 2.
It's going to be a timeout for head coach of this St. Peter's team, Jennifer Ledham. We'll take a little break as well. 9-8, Fordham leads over the St. Peter's Peacocks. 1:58 to go in this first quarter. We'll be right back with WFUV Sports.
Hi, this is Mike Breen, WFUV class of 1983. WFUV is the flagship station of Fordham Athletics with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to Saturday one-on-one. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV Sports.
Back here in the Bronx, St. Peter's taking it out in the backcourt. It's played up to Hyacinth. Hyacinth to get it across half court. She'll eventually will. It's stripped at by Taylor Donaldson, and it'll go the other way off the leg of Hyacinth, and Taylor Donaldson forces the turnover for the Rams.
Yeah, at first it was Shea Harris with the steals, and now it's Taylor Donaldson getting her hand in there. Fordham doing a great job of shutting down St. Peter's passing.
Camila DePool picking it up in the backcourt. Now between the circles to Shea Harris on the left wing. Shea Harris looking right, now moving right around to Morris screen. Takes the 3, no good off front rim. Rebound on the defensive glass. It's a Manning for St. Peter's. Now O'Connell bringing it up. O'Connell on the right wing to Jana, top of the key. Passing it in the left corner, Laws. Laws dribbles inside in the paint. Finishing with the left hand. Pretty footwork and finish for the Peacocks. They have the lead once again. 10-9, 1:13 to go in this first quarter. St. Peter's leads Fordham. Shea Harris on the left wing, passing to Taylor Donaldson in the left corner. Now on the left block, it's going to be a foul. It'll stay here with the Rams.
And Emma Wilson-Saltos in there for the Rams. She draws the foul inside. She played just 2 minutes against Seton Hall, looking to expand her role a little bit more in this game, getting minutes already here in the first quarter.
Under the basket, Fordham takes it out once again. It'll be Taya Davis. Pass right under the basket to Mora. She'll put up the basket. It's good, and the foul. Arena Mora and 1. Big pickup for this Rams offense.
And Arena Marua, she's been tenacious all day today here in the first quarter. She goes to the line, and boy, she could have a big role in the Fordham Rams if they're going to win today.
Mora didn't have the biggest role in their first game against Adelphi. They lost that one after that game. Head coach Bridgette Mitchell talked about wanting to get her more involved. Ever since then, she has been impactful, to say the least, Tucker.
Well, she had a double-double against Cal State Fullerton.
A trap here right on the a bench right by our setup. It's Layla Grant getting trapped. She'll hold on to it for the Peacocks in the front court, but it got close here around half court.
Noticing now Fordham's also in the bonus here in the first quarter with just under a minute left. The Peacocks cannot afford any more fouls.
It's going to be on the right wing. Grant moving inside, back out to O'Connell. O'Connell on the right wing, moving to the free throw line, and she's going to travel on the free throw line. It'll go back to the Rams.
And another costly turnover for St. Peter's. They have not been taking care of the basketball so far in this game, and Fordham taking advantage.
Taya Davis bringing it up for the Rams. 12-10 Rams over the Peacocks. 38 seconds to go in this first quarter. Taya Davis has it on the right elbow, drives inside. Now had it at the right block and traveled as well. A pair of travels and a pair of turnovers brings the ball right back to where it was with St. Peter's.
Well, turnovers on both ends now here with just about 30 seconds to go in the quarter. These teams getting sloppy before the first break.
Alana taking it over half court for St. Peter's. Alana has it deep right wing. Now passing to a Manning at the right elbow. Dribble handoff Alana. She'll take a 3 from the right wing. It's blocked by DePaul at the perimeter. Taya Davis coming with speed the other way. Taylor Donaldson gathers it on the right wing. In the left corner to DePaul. Her three. No good. High arcing shot. In and out. It'll come the other way. 1 second on the clock. Alana stripped with just a second in time, and that'll be it. The last second will tick off, and that'll be it for our first quarter. 12-10 Fordham leads over the St. Peter's Peacocks. A resurgence at the end of that first quarter, and Fordham gets their lead after kind of getting outplayed for most of that first quarter, Tucker.
Yeah, they were playing from behind for most of the quarter, to be honest. I mean, like, the Peacocks had a lead for a majority of the quarter, but when it comes down to it by the end, Fordham doing a great job of shutting down the Peacocks' passing ability, getting in the lanes, poking the ball away. Just at the end of the quarter, we saw time expire on a ball that was poked out of bounds. So I think the difference in this game has really, it's not even as much the rebounds anymore. Those have kind of evened out. It's 8 for the Peacocks and 11 for the Rams. But the turnover differential now, 7 for the Peacocks, 4 for the Rams. It seems like taking care of the ball is going to mark this game the rest of the way.
And we've seen a lot of different turnovers, Tucker. We've seen interceptions, we've seen travels. Both these teams having some trouble with the turnover, and they've had trouble with the turnover so far in this early season. Both those teams want to clean it up, and if they do, it'd give them a big advantage going forward, right?
Oh, absolutely. Whoever makes the adjustment first and starts to take better care of the ball is going to start pulling away in this game.
We'll take a little break from the Bronx. 12-10, Fordham Rams lead the St. Peter's Peacocks. We'll be right back with second quarter action from the Bronx and the Rose Hill Gym with WFUV Sports.
Nick Guzman here.
And I'm James Burley.
We're the hosts of FUV FC, WFUV's very own soccer podcast.
Tune in weekly as we break down everything there is to know in the world of soccer.
From the Champions League to the international game to Major League Soccer, we'll have you covered all over the pitch of the beautiful game.
You won't want to miss it. With a rotating group of hosts and beat reporters, FUVFC is your source for all things soccer, football, or whatever you want to call it.
If it's about the beautiful game, we're cutting it up on FUVFC.
FUVFC is a production of WFUV Sports.
Rams lead the St. Peter's Peacocks here in the Bronx. We're just set and ready for second quarter action. But first, we're going to get a word from our sideline reporter, Gabby Price. Gabby?
Thanks, Chris. Well, just a couple of days ago, Taylor Donaldson made her highly anticipated season debut against the Seton Hall Pirates with 8 points and 5 rebounds. Today, she's looking to improve those stats, especially considering last year she had a career night with 35 points against the Pirates. Against the Peacocks. Well, tonight she started off a bit slow, had a slow start to the game, but I'm expecting we'll see a lot more out of her. As Coach Mitchell said before the game, she's definitely a leader for this Rams team, and there are a lot of expectations on her, so we'll continue to see how she will respond to those expectations.
Thank you, Gabby. Gabby Price, sideline reporter. She'll be back each quarter to give us some updates. Taylor Donaldson, someone we've talked about and stressed throughout this game. She'll get more and more implemented in this offense as this season goes along. It's St. Peter's gathering it and starting it for the second quarter. It's Alana on the right wing, guarded by Maya Giles-Jones, her first appearance tonight. Now Taylor Donaldson taking the assignment. Same spot, giving it to Laws in between the circles. Back to Alana on the right wing. Taylor Donaldson takes it from her. Now moving in transition at the rim, puts it up and finishes on the contested layup.
Just when her name is called, she answers the bell with a steal and a transition bucket.
Making Gabby Price look really good there. Taylor Donaldson puts Fordham out to a 14-10 lead. 9:24 to go in this second quarter. Alana drifts over to the right wing once again. Alana to Laws, the top of the arc to Grant at the left wing, now going in the middle of the paint, through the middle of the paint. No good on the layup attempt, but she'll go to the line for two.
A hard-nosed drive there from Layla Grant right into the teeth of the defense, and it's going to send her to the line for two.
Layla Grant, former Presbyterian player. She was there last year, their first March Madness appearance in school history. Definitely something cool to be a part of as she makes the first. Her 5th school as well, Tucker.
Yeah, she's been all over the place. She's played at Gulf Coast State, Vincennes, and then most recently at Presbyterian before making her stop here at St. Peter's.
A true example of the times we live in, right?
Yep, transfer portal.
She makes the second, brings the Peacocks within 2, 14-12, Fordham leads. Inside there to Emma Wilson-Santos, and she'll finish at the rim. Quick offense there from the Rams.
And that's a great look from Emma Wilson-Santos. She averaged 14 points per game last season. Looking for more out of her, and that was just a tough bucket in the paint.
Alana to Grant on the right wing. Out to Hyacinth, no good on the 3 from the top of the key, and it'll fly out of bounds. It'll go the other way with the Rams. Hyacinth, a national team player for her native England. It's going to be Fordham taking over once again. Taya Davis drifting over to the left wing quickly. Now cross-court pass to Taylor Donaldson, right wing. She'll take a 3. It's going to count and the foul off the ball. She'll have a chance at a 4-point play here. A foul on the left block. We'll see who it is quickly. A bit of a ref conference at the left elbow. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, this is interesting. I believe if they call this on the floor, they're going to wave off the bucket, but if they wave off the foul call, then the bucket's going to count. The players moving towards their benches here. I think we're about to get an explanation from one of the referees.
Yeah, see what's necessarily going on.
I think most likely the basket will not count. Although, it's still no explanation here, at least for us from the referees. It seems like they're still conferring at the referees table.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in a second. For now, calling a bit of a time. I think it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. 19-12 Rams lead over St. Peter's Peacocks. Rams now creating some distance, the largest lead of the evening so far for either team, Tucker, 7 points.
Yeah, Fordham up to a 5-0 run now here to start the second quarter. Like we said at the end of the first quarter, things starting to pull away for the Fordham Rams as St. Peter's continues to turn the ball over and really move a little bit faster, or thinking a little bit faster than they can play on the offensive end. A lot of balls kind of trickling away out of bounds. Fordham getting their hands inside close to the basketball and tipping it away and moving in transition a lot. Fordham starting to convert on those transition looks.
Taylor Donaldson, we talk about her on the offensive end, and rightfully so, but on the defensive end, she has been great as well. She's been attentive. She's had steals so far here tonight. Just in general, she has set the tone for this Fordham defense and just how good and effective they've been so far.
Yeah, absolutely, and it starts with her, but it's been really everyone. I mean, Shea Harris has been doing a great job getting her hands into the lane. Camilla DePoole working on the boards and in the passing lanes as well. Fordham's defense really playing a complete game right now, I would say. And we talked about the efficiency earlier for Taylor Donaldson, how efficiency was going to be really important. If this bucket counts when we come back from the break, Taylor Donaldson would be now 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. If she keeps up that efficiency from three-point range, Fordham will certainly run away with this game.
That efficiency is so important. Rebounding, something we've stressed a lot in this game as well, and it's been interesting so far in this game. No offensive rebounds yet for St. Peter's. Fordham has 6. And, defensive rebounds relatively in the same place, but 6 offensive rebounds to nothing. That's a huge difference, and just showing that Fordham's just getting more chances, more cracks at it on the offensive end.
Yeah, it's all about the second chance points. If you can get your team second chances at the bucket on the offensive end, you're quite simply just going to score more points than the other team. You're constantly giving yourself an extra opportunity to score, whereas St. Peter's on the opposite end, and this is really a characteristic of their team this season, they struggle on the offensive glass. Bridgette Mitchell talked pregame to us a little bit outside of the coach's sound about the fact that St. Peter's tends to run a 4-out, 1-in look on offense where they have 4 players on the perimeter, so it's harder for them to really crash the boards on offense. We see the fruits of that kind of an offense here when it comes to the offensive boards. Like you said, no offensive rebounds for St. Peter's. Meanwhile, Fordham getting getting inside, getting involved, throwing the body around, and getting those second looks at the basket. 6 offensive rebounds for the Fordham Rams.
Absolutely. A lot of size out there for the Rams right now, too. Coming out of the timeout, it's Wilson Salto, Serene Mora, Maya Giles-Jones, 3 6-footers out there for the Rams.
I mean, you need that height to match the size of St. Peter's. They have three or four 6-foot-plus players on their squad.
And it's Taya Davis taking out under the basket. She's called for a 5-second. It's going to be a turnover for this Ram team, and St. Peter's is going to pick it up once again.
Oh, a bit of a lapse there for Taya Davis. You definitely don't expect that out of the senior veteran.
Alana bringing it up for St. Peter's. She drift over to the right wing, trying to get it into Grant on the right wing. She couldn't. Taylor Donaldson now has it, moving the other way. Gets it to Taya Davis. She's blocked going up. It'll stay on this side with the Rams. More good defense from this Fordham team, starting with Taylor Donaldson.
Yep, Taylor Donaldson back at it again. I mean, she averaged 2.3 steals per game last season when she was healthy. She already has 2 steals in this game, and certainly with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, you can expect some more steals out of Taylor Donaldson tonight.
Giles-Jones, top of the arc. She'll dribble handoff, Taya Davis, same spot. Crossover right to left, takes the jumper, no good from 12. It's going to be a foul under the basket on the glass, and it'll go the other way in favor of the St. Peter's Peacocks. Still 19-12.
I don't know if I entirely like that call. It seemed like Fatima Jana kind of got up and over the top of Emma Wilson Saltos under the basket, but the foul is called on Wilson Saltos.
It'll be Layla Laws taking it out in the backcourt for St. Peter's. Grant gathering it back to Laws. Getting it to Alana. Alana will take it across half court. Alana on the Fordham logo. Finding Laws at the left elbow. She'll face up her defender, drive. Still using that pivot foot, fouled on the way up, and it'll be a foul on Taylor Donaldson.
I believe that's in the act of shooting. It seemed like she was moving towards the basket.
Seemed like she was on her way up.
Yeah.
Or on her way to doing something productive.
Yes. I mean, if not, it would have been a travel pretty easily.
Right. Yeah, she had her pivot foot out for a second.
Yeah, so she'll go to the line.
Yeah, she'll go to the line for 2.
Layla Laws won a non-public state championship at St. Rose High School in New Jersey in 2018-19 season. Former Donovan Catholic player as well, spent 3 years at St. Rose's.
First one for Laws is good in the Shore Conference in New Jersey. Some say the best basketball conference in the world. Some say that. Awesome.
Certainly the Shore Conference fans say that.
Yeah, they definitely would, and I am definitely saying that. St. Rose, a powerhouse in the women's game along with Manasquan in the Shore Conference. Laws is a big part of that. She makes the second as well. It's Ferguson taking it out for the Rams offense. Tried to get it to Shea Harris up court, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Rams.
Well, that's the first turnover we've seen for the Rams, at least the first bad turnover we've seen for the Rams in a while. They're clearly taking better care of the ball than St. Peter's, but they need to keep the intensity up when they have possession.
Jana picking it up on the left wing to Grant on the right wing. She'll take a 3, no good, nothing but air. Ferguson will take it the other way. Up court quickly to Shea Harris. Shea back to Ferguson on the left wing, inside to Mora. Mora backing down her defender, taking it to the rim and finishing with the right hand.
Irena Marua, so strong against Fatima Jana. I mean, going right at the 6'2 sophomore from London.
21-14, 7 minutes to go in this second quarter. Tried to get it to Alana, tried to put a bounce pass downstairs, couldn't quite get it there. Now Fordham moving the other way. DePool, left corner 3, she'll take it and hit. Camila DePool for 3, and she gives Fordham a 10-point lead.
And guess who? It was Taylor Donaldson on the defensive end, once again with the steal that created that chance on the offensive end.
Taylor Donaldson showing her value since coming back from injury. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. They'll take a break, so will we. 24-14, Fordham leads over St. Peter's. 6:43 left to go in this first half. We'll be right back with WFUV Sports.
I'm Chaz McAdams.
And I'm Ben Oppenheimer.
And we are two of your hosts for On the Hill, the flagship podcast of Fordham Athletics.
We'll be talking about everything from football at Moglia Stadium
to hoops at the historic Rose Hill Gym.
Discussing the ins and outs of all Ram athletes, teams, and big games.
If you want to be part of the Ramily, then listen to On the Hill from WFUV Sports.
Back here in the Bronx, Fordham leads St. Peter's 24-14, 6:43 to go in this first half. It'll be Layla Laws taking it out in the backcourt for St. Peter's. To O'Connell. O'Connell will take it up, get trapped in the backcourt, back to Laws. Someone needs to get it across half court. Laws eventually does. She'll drive through the middle of the lane. Floater in the middle of the lane goes.
And unfortunately, that is the kind of opportunity that you will give up if you bring the half-court press like Fordham has done for a lot of this season. Layla Laws with an easy floater inside.
24-16 Rams, 6:20 to go in this first half. Ferguson to Shea Harris on the right wing. Her three, no good, off back rim. Defensive rebound by Shenkova. Trying to get it ahead to Shenkova. Taylor Donaldson steals it once again. Couldn't finish it, misses on the layup on the other end. Shea Harris no good on both putback attempts. And St. Peter's will get it back eventually, go out of bounds, and it'll be with St. Peter's. 2 putback opportunities for Shea Harris under the rim, both unsuccessful.
It feels like every time the Fordham Rams move the ball into the paint, they're bound to score. We saw Shea Harris nearly get the ball to go on 2 second chance opportunities. She can't get the bucket, but Fordham's tenacity on the offensive board still shining through and still giving them plenty of chances as they now lead by 8.
This Fordham team showing they understand the value in possession and value in having the ball. It's going to be Laws playing it up ahead. Jenkova, dribble handoff to Alana. Alana passing it into Jana on the left elbow. She'll face up and take the jumper. No good from mid-range. Rebound Shea Harris to Ferguson. Ferguson will bring it up for the Fordham offense. She'll take the mid-range jumper and hit. Pull-up jumper is good from the mid-range, and Fordham's back out to a 10-point lead.
And that's exactly the kind of bucket that we haven't seen from St. Peter's yet. If Fordham can keep that bucket in their bag and stay as tenacious as they are in the paint, they're going to run away with this one quick.
Jana for the Peacocks, driving inside, no good at the rim. Fordham will gather it going the other way. Shea Harris has it on the right wing. Pass under the basket on the left block to DePool, and she'll get the offensive foul running into the chest of her defender. Thought it might be an and one there for a second, but she'll pick up the offensive foul, and the Peacocks will pick up the ball.
Peacocks defender did a really nice job there of getting her feet planted at the low block. She was not moving whatsoever when the drive came in, receives the contact, and draws the charge.
26-16, 5:10 to go in this second quarter. Fordham leading St. Peter's.
Still a full court press for the Rams.
Yeah, Rams at sporadic times like to pull out the press. Alana drifts over to the right wing, guarded heavily by DePool, now going left around a Janice screen. Pass on the right wing. Jenkova's right wing three, no good. It's going to be a rebound on the offensive glass. Tried to get it out to another St. Peter's player. Kayla Berry tips it out of bounds, and St. Peter's will get a break and hold on to it.
Yeah, Kayla Berry was really doing her best on that possession to try and get the loose ball. Ball moves back down low, but a save throws the ball back out towards our table. Kayla Berry unfortunately gets her hand on it at the last second before it goes out of bounds.
Jenkova has it in the front court to Alana, deep right wing, guarded by DePool again. Moving left, pass on the left elbow. Rippey trying to move inside, takes a shot inside, no good. Shea Harris on the defensive glass. Ferguson now has it, moving the other way. On the left wing, dribble handoff, Shea Harris. Shea Harris has it on the left wing, drives baseline side. In the right corner, cross-court pass to DePool. Her three, no good from the right corner. It'll get tipped, and it'll be a foul before the tip, and it'll stay on this side. It'll be a foul on St. Peter's off the ball. and the Rams will hold on to it. 10-point lead still, 26-16, 4:22 to go in this first half.
Yeah, and with a 10-point lead, Fordham can afford to be more aggressive from three-point range. We've seen them start to take more threes, not necessarily dropping all of them, but I mean, they're already up to 12 three-pointers in this game. 3 for 12 on those shots, though. Kayla Berry at the line.
Kayla Berry at the line. She's averaging just almost 5 points in their first 3 games this season. 67% from the field as well. Going back to that efficiency we keep talking about. It'll be Maya Giles-Jones checking in for Camilla DePool.
It was a 4-point performance for Kayla Berry against Seton Hall. Then before that, a 9-point, 4-rebound, 4-steal performance against Cal State Fullerton. Steal certainly a part of this Fordham team's game across games.
Cal State Fullerton, their 1 win on the season so far as well. Giles-Jones spinning and getting into the lane. Couldn't get the shot to go, but gets the foul and will go to the line for 2.
I love to see Maya Giles-Jones immediately checking into the game and making an impact, getting the foul inside on a tough bucket. You really can't give her that shot under the basket without giving a foul.
It'll be her first time at the stripe tonight as she misses the first off back rim. 26-16, Fordham Rams lead St. Peter's. The scoring has definitely slowed down, Tucker. 4:18 to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, with that second one, she moves to 4 for 12 from the free throw line on the season. Not exactly the stat you would like to see from the stripe.
Yeah, 1 for 2 there on that trip. Jana and Alana getting it out of the backcourt. In the left elbow, Jenchenko. Back to Alana, deep left wing. Alana now directing the offense. Crossover right to left. Now pulling back. Jenkova on the right wing. Inside to Jana, under the basket. She'll finish at the rim, and the foul. Jana, 3-point play, a chance to complete it at the line, and bringing her team within single digits, 27-18, with 3:58 to go in this first half.
And that was the best offensive play that St. Peter's has put together in this game yet. A great feed inside from Zdenkova, straight to Jana inside. She takes the contact, makes the bucket, goes to the line for a 3-point play.
Fatima Jana averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds last season and averaging 15 and a half so far this season. That has a lot to do with her 19-point effort against West Point their last time out at West Point. Some jersey on jersey crime there. Jana misses at the line, not able to complete the 3-point play. It'll be Rippey gathering it between the circles, crossover left to right, driving through the right side of the lane and finishing with the right hand at the rim. 27-20 St. Peter's.
Denia Rippey with no regard for her body, crashing right into the cameraman on that tough layup inside.
Ferguson will take a quick right wing 3 and hit. Amaya Ferguson on the 3, and that brings the Fordham Rams back out to a 10-point lead, 30-20.
And a huge answer for Fordham after a tough bucket inside. Amaya Ferguson putting her stamp on this game from beyond the arc, and it's a 10-point lead for the Rams.
Alana tried to send an outlet cross-court pass to Jenkova, and it went out of bounds. The Fordham Rams will take it back once again. 30-20 Rams over the Peacocks. 3:28 to go in this first half. Taylor Donaldson leads the game with 8 points. Taylor Donaldson will gather it in the left corner to Rose Nelson in the left post, driving inside. It's Laws there on the interception. She'll go the other way, still holding on to it, now driving through the middle of the lane and finishing with the left hand at the rim.
Fordham becoming a bit porous in the lane.
And it'll be a floater there from the right block that goes for Taylor Donaldson, bringing this Fordham team back out to a double-digit lead. Nice play there by Jana inside, finding all that room and finishing under the rim.
Yeah, and Maya
Quick
Giles
play
Jones,
back and forth.
Yeah, Maya Giles-Jones actually fell over during that sequence. Unfortunately, she could not get back to Jana before she put up the layup. A lot of back and forth, though. St. Peter's has gotten a few really easy looks under the net. Not really characteristic of the defense that we've seen from Fordham so far, but every time the Peacocks get that easy look inside, it's been Fordham right down the other end with the answer.
It was Taylor Donaldson fouled on the right wing. It's Taylor Donaldson bringing it out on the inbound to Ferguson. Ferguson dribble handoff to Giles Jones on the left wing. Now drifts toward the right wing. She'll go all the way to the right baseline. Rose Nelson to Ferguson on the left wing. Few stutter steps. Then decides to take the three. No good. Off the left side of the rim and out of bounds in favor of the Peacocks.
Yeah, now might be a good time with 2:27 left in the half to mention that Fordham's offensive rebounds have not changed since we mentioned that they were at 8 offensive boards. St. Peter's has picked up 2 offensive boards, but Fordham really going quietly on the offensive end on the glass.
Hyacinth to Alana. Alana on top of the Fordham script logo, moving right around a Genkova screen. Has it on the right elbow now to Ripper, top of the key. She'll move to the left side of the lane. No good at the rim. Giles Jones has it, moving the other way for Fordham. On the left wing, Taylor Donaldson, she'll take a three. No good off right side of the rim. It'll be a foul under the basket in favor of the rebounding Peacocks. It'll stay with St. Peter's.
Yeah, kind of a sloppy end to the second quarter here, the second half of the quarter at least for the Fordham Rams. They're not getting the best looks on offense, still trying to force the three just a little bit. Meanwhile, St. Peter's really getting fundamental, trying to get back into this game on the offensive end.
St. Peter's needs to get into it more on the defensive end to get back in this one as well. Fordham not scoring at a crazy rate, but especially in this last 5 or 6 minutes or so in this second quarter, they've scored at a more rapid pace for sure. First one at the line for Hyacinth, no good. Maya Hyacinth, the England native, scoreless in their last game against Army. Good on that one there. 1 for 2 at the line, 32-25. St. Peter's trails the Fordham Rams, 1:53 to go in this first half. Ferguson drifts to the right wing to Taylor Donaldson between the circles to Maya Giles Jones on the left wing. Back to Ferguson up top to Giles Jones on the left wing. She'll drive baseline. Floater is good.
Excellent shot selection there by Maya Giles Jones. Really the bucket Fordham needed to get the scoring going again.
34-25 Rams over Peacocks, 1:28 to go in this first half. It's going to be Genkova. Passing the left corner to Rippey. Rippey crossover left to right, driving through the middle of the lane, loses it on the way. Eventually it's going to be a foul, and the ref pointing in the direction of the Fordham offense, and the Rams will take it over.
I believe they'll call that one on Hyacinth.
Yeah, number 5, Maya Hyacinth. It's going to be Layla Laws checking in. That one will be for Denia Rippey. 34-25, just over a minute to go in this first half.
Couple changes for the Rams as well as Marua is back in. Rose Nelson takes a seat.
Taylor Donaldson at the line. She'll take 2. Hitting on the first.
72% clip from the stripe last season for Donaldson, so I'm expecting 2 makes here. Hopefully the announcer's curse doesn't come into play, and it doesn't. She makes both.
Goes flawless at the line. Now an 11-point lead for the Rams. Taylor Donaldson up to 11 points on the evening.
Definitely what you want to be seeing out of Taylor Donaldson, continuing to ramp up after that game against Seton Hall. Now exceeding her points total from that matchup against the Pirates.
There was a cough up there in the backcourt by Maya Hyacinth for the offense of St. Peter's, and they end up getting it back. It once again will be Luella Alana taking it out in the backcourt for the Peacocks.
Fatma Jana checks back in for the Peacocks now with 1:09 to go.
It's going to eventually be Alana and Grant to get it over half court. And no, it'll be a 10-second call, a backcourt violation. Not a backcourt violation, 10-second violation. It'll go back with the Rams. Another turnover for this Peacock team. Now 14 turnovers in this first half. Tucker, that is a lot for a half.
Yep, and that's the first time that we saw Fordham's full court press actually working to the full extent that it can. St. Peter's did a decent job of breaking the press up until that 10-second call.
DePool tries to alter her dribble on a dribble handoff, ends up losing it, and ends up being a scrum on the ground.
Tough battle for the loose ball between Barry and Jana, but a nice little moment of sportsmanship afterward. They wrestled over the ball on the floor. Afterwards, Jana gets up and helps Barry up.
It'll be DePool parallel with the left block, taking it out under the basket for the Fordham offense. 36-25 Rams over the St. Peter's Peacocks. 46 seconds to go in this first half.
Fordham's got to watch out here. St. Peter's is in the bonus before the end of the quarter here. You don't want to give any free points going into the half.
Wet spot being dealt with.
Yeah, right around where that battle for the loose ball occurred.
Makes sense. It'll be DePool taking it out under the basket. Finding Kayla Berry under the rim. No good on the layup. She went right around the screen and was open. Just couldn't finish. Alana now bringing it up for the St. Peter's offense. Alana between the circles. 34 seconds left. St. Peter's bench calling for the 2-and-1. Now finding a Manning. Back to Alana on the left wing. She'll have Laws set a screen. She'll go left. Out to Jankova on the right wing. No good for three. 15 seconds remaining for the Fordham offense. It'll be a foul under the basket, and the Rams will get more opportunities at the charity stripe.
Boy, Taylor Donaldson doing it all for the Fordham Rams. She's getting the steals. She's getting the buckets on the other end, the transition points, and then goes to work on the boards, bringing down a tough rebound against the trees inside. Multiple 6+ footers in for the St. Peter's Peacocks. Taylor Donaldson rips down the rebound and takes the contact, draws the foul, and goes to the line on the other end.
Taylor Donaldson, 12 points tonight, 2 for 2 so far at the line in her first trip. 2 rebounds as well, along with a couple steals.
Yeah.
Good on the first. 37-25 Rams, the largest lead of the evening so far, 14 with 15.9 seconds to go in this first half. Second good from Donaldson as well.
Certainly a first half becoming of a 2024 preseason first team all A10 player. Taylor Donaldson, another tenacious play by Donaldson.
Yeah, it was Lolella Alana running through Taylor Donaldson in the backcourt. And oh yeah, it'll be Alana running through Taylor Donaldson in the backcourt, picking up the charging call. Almost thought it was a block for a second there. It'll be Taylor Donaldson taking it out here in the front court. Not very far for this Ram offense to move.
It's not often that you see a charge be called in the backcourt.
Truly. DePool drifting right wing to Donaldson between the circles. 7 seconds left. Now driving, kicking out to DePool. She's left wing. Step back three. No good. It will be a mad scrum under the basket. Jump ball called, and it will be thrown away by the referee under the basket. That's halftime from the Bronx. Fordham Rams end up having a really strong finish to the half and take a 13-point lead into the locker room. 38-25 Rams over the St. Peter's Peacocks after that first half. Very eventful first half, Tucker.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a point in that second quarter where the play started going 100 miles an hour. I mean, we definitely saw the turnovers come into play for St. Peter's. They're up to 15 turnovers now at the half. Fordham with just 8. You can see that in the difference in the score now. And really, I think it'll be about the adjustments once again when we come back from the half. Who can take care of the ball more?
We're going to go to halftime, but first we're going to send it back to our sideline reporter, Gabby Price. Gabby?
Well, guys, it's the end of the second, and even though Fordham is up by 11, it feels like the score should be a little higher than it is. There were quite a few shots that haven't fallen in favor of the Rams. They're 4 from 15 from the three-point line and shooting around a 35% field goal. That being said, they put up over 30 shots, showing that they're able to give each other good looks offensively. And as the players on the benches are yelling, they have to execute, and it's only a matter of time before those shots start falling.
Well, that'll do it for our first half of play from the Rose Hill Gym. For Chris Carrino and Gabby Price, I'm Tucker Austin. We'll be right back after this special presentation, an interview with Ryan Greenhagen of the Fordham Rams football team. We'll be right back after halftime on WFUV Sports.
Lou Orlando, Evan Harkin, joined by outside linebackers coach Ryan Greenhagen. Coach, you're one of the greatest Fordham football players in history. 425 tackles. That's a program record. 31 tackles in a single game against Nebraska. That's an NCAA record. You're a legend here. We appreciate you taking some time to talk with us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
This year, Evan and I, we've been following James Conway's pursuit of your career tackling record, the Patriot League tackling record. He tied your record 2 weeks ago against Colgate. We talked to Coach Conlon, and he said, there's no one that wants Jimmy to break that record more than yourself. Just take us into that relationship and what it's been like to have a teammate chase one of your own records.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. He's one of the most impressive people that I've ever been around in my life, not just my time at Fordham. And if there's anybody deserving of it, it's him. And, he and I are on the same wavelength where the records, the outcomes, all of the hoopla, as it were, that's not really the most important part. The most important part is the process that goes into these things, the passion that you have for the game, and there is nobody that has that like he does. And it was an honor to work with him. It's an honor to work with him now, and he's truly just a special guy.
Coach Conlon mentioned to us that as soon as James got here as a young freshman, he told him to follow around Ryan Greenhagen, do as he does. So what did that look like? What little things, little pieces of advice did you give him along the way?
Yeah, I mean, from really the first time that I met him, the first practice, it was kind of my thing. I like to stay after, work on things that I felt like I needed improvement from every practice. And, kudos to him is he asked if he could stay with me one day after practice, and we worked on some extra stuff, and then from then on out, there was never a practice where he wasn't doing extra stuff with me. And I think that just that and developing that mindset of just constant improvement, relentlessly pursuing your goals, I think that has been it. I think he had it before he met me, but if I had any part to play in it, I hope that would be it, because he's naturally just a great football player and naturally such an impressive human being that putting that forward and finding a way to harness that into the game of football, I think was what it was all about.
And I'm curious, does he do the Greenhagen breakfast, the 10 eggs, the oatmeal, whole plate of oatmeal on the side, all of that?
Yeah, definitely a version of it. I don't think he does 10. I think he does 8. But in terms of, doing the diet, the nutrition, the weight room, everything that he does is dedicated towards being the best player that he can be. And he's taken that to heart. He's taken it in stride, and now he's inspiring the younger guys to do it. And that's something it's very special.
On the note of inspiring the younger guys, Conlon told us that in a similar way that he told James to follow yourself, he told freshman linebacker Jalen Dawson, follow James Conway, do whatever he does. How have you seen James now as a senior evolve as a leader in this room, getting to watch him as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, that's been something that's been really special, because obviously, you see these guys progress. I was a senior when he showed up, and just to see him become more vocal, see him become that guy that everyone can rely on is just, it's really, really cool to see. It's something that he's certainly worked on, and it's something that he's really good at. And especially this past year, just seeing him take those strides has been really great. Jalen's doing a great job and making sure that he is staying with Jimmy and, just learning the ropes. It's an awesome thing, and it'll pay dividends, I promise.
You played an entire season alongside James Conway. What does he bring to a defense?
I think his most impressive trait is just that relentless desire to get to the football. That's one thing that you can always control, is that effort, and he exemplifies that as well as anybody that I've ever seen play the game. Yes, he's strong, he's fast, and he naturally has a knack for getting to the ball, but it's the effort each and every play. That is what he brings. It brings energy. It shows his teammates how much he cares, and that is why he is having the success that he has.
We've always joked, it feels like, whenever there's a run, James Conway is standing in the whole. It feels like he's always in the right spot. As someone that was a linebacker that was pretty good at tackling himself, like what goes into that? Building off of that question, why is he just feels like always in the right spot?
Well, so much of it's the preparation that we talked about. Not only is it the stuff on the field during practice or, whatever you do after practice. No, it's also what he does in the film room, watching extra film, learning, having an idea as to what they are going to do before they actually do it. And, again, like everything else in his life, he does a really, really good job of making sure that he is ultra prepared. And, again, that pays dividends for him on the field. And, again, and also naturally he just has that instinct for the football, and combine that with effort and preparation, you're going to find yourself with the ball.
You made a really quick transition from team player into coach now as the team's outside linebacker coach, so quick that you've actually played with a lot of players on the team that you now coach. We talked to Niall Perkins earlier in the season. He joked that he keeps slipping up and calling you Greeny instead of Coach Greenhagen on the field, and he has to correct himself. So what was that transition like into coaching, and how is it like coaching guys that you played on the field with?
Yeah, and the transition's been great. Obviously, I was gone for a year, and to have the opportunity to come back, Coach Conlon was very gracious to bring me back, and it's been an awesome experience. In terms of coaching the guys that I played with, I like to say that when I was here, I was almost a kind of a coachy player, if that makes any sense. So I think that there was hopefully a respect there that made this a little bit easier. But at the end of the day, the guys know that I just want what's best for them, whether it's on the field, off the field, classroom, just life. Right? I truly care about them, and I know that they know that, and I think that's what's made it an easier transition. What I told my guys, the outside linebackers when I first got here was, I look at my job as I want to put you in the best possible position to succeed. So whatever I can do to do that, that is what I want to do, and still working on it, working out the kinks. It's a new experience, but it's been fantastic so far, and I feel very blessed to be back.
As your playing career had progressed, was that something that was maybe in the back of your mind of, I really like this game, I really like this sport, I'd love to go into coaching?
Oh yeah, I love football. That was never in question, never doubted. Whether it was coaching or being a part of the game in some way. Absolutely. That was always in the back of your mind, or back of my mind. And then when Coach came with the opportunity, it was it was a dream come true. So
some of the defensive players we've gotten a chance to talk to, Niall specifically, but even Conlon's talked about your work with Jaworski as well, that your mind in the film room, that you were always, Niall called you a genius when it comes to watching film. Like, I'm really curious where you think maybe that started, and has that always been a skill for you in terms of being able to pick out certain things, offensive formation, stuff like that?
Oh, genius is a strong word, but I'll take it.
Niall.
I'll take it. But I think it just comes with practice, and it's constantly just trying to improve on it too. I got here as a coach now, and you're looking at things a little bit differently, and there's things that I'm like, I gotta up my game a little bit, and the other coaches, the assistant coaches, Coach Conlon, have been very, very, very helpful in that. But from playing perspective, it was just, I'll watch it as many times as I need to. I will take as many notes as I need to, so that I can learn and succeed. And that was kind of the way I looked at things, and eventually you just kind of pick it up as you go along. And like I said, I've seen some of these younger guys kind of adopt that same approach, which is awesome to see, and I think it's been helpful.
The theme of older players helping out younger players, taking them under their wing, especially in the linebacking core. You start with you, Conway, now Jalen Dawson. I wanted to take a step even further back and go to Glenn Cunningham and how he played a part in your progression and your advancement here at Fordham.
Yeah, Glenn was just truly a great teammate, and one that you can't underrate in kind of this lineage of linebackers we have, because he not only was he a great player, he was just truly a great person, and he was an All-American linebacker as a freshman, and I come in behind him, and he did everything that he could to teach me, and I am who I am because he helped me, and because I'm sure somebody helped him before that. So the fact that we do have this sort of tradition of linebackers that, you know, kind of pass down whatever wisdom we are able to find, it's a really special thing.
Are there any teammates, if you graduated, they could still be in this locker room that you go, they could make a pretty good coach, maybe see them back in this locker room 2-3 years in a different role?
Oh, I mean, there's tons of them. I mean, you know, I love Mike Courtney. You know, he's my position group, obviously, and he's got as good a football mind of a player as anyone I know. Obviously, Jimmy Jaworski, you know, you talk about Niall, you know, all these guys, all of them are just really impressive guys, both on and off the field. And I'm sure all of them, if that's something that they were interested in doing, I'm sure they could have a lot of success in it.
Conlon, I'll end with this. Conlon at Media Day had talked about driving through your old hometown, and that was the spark for him. That let's call Greenhagen. He's with Lenahan. He said, let's call Greeny up, see if he wants to coach for us. What was your perspective of that phone call? Like, what was your reaction when you heard the news?
Yeah, it was funny. I was eating dinner with my family, and there was a missed call, so I wasn't looking at my phone. And when I ended up looking at it, I had a couple texts. He was like, you know, call me when you get a chance. And then I think he called me again, and I was like, well, it's either gonna be really good or really bad. And it ended up being really good. And he offered it to me, and I asked for a day to think it over, and within 8 hours, I knew I wanted to come back. And you know, obviously the transition from playing to coaching can be a difficult one, but at the same time, coming back and doing it here at a place that I love so much, feel at home. I mean, you know, Fordham is it's home. So being able to do it here has been nothing short of a dream. So just extremely grateful to be back, and you know, hopefully bring some success our way.
Outside linebackers coach Ryan Greenhagen. The Fordham career tackling record may not last for long. You're tied with James Conway. Conway 7 shy of tying the Patriot League record, but for Evan Harkin, for Lou Orlando. Coach, thank you for taking some time with us.
Thank you for having me.
On behalf of WFUV Sports.
Welcome back to the historic Rose Hill Gym for second half action. Fordham Rams lead the St. Peter's Peacocks 38-25. Taylor Donaldson leads the game with 14 points. She's been fantastic on both sides of the ball so far. And overall, this Fordham team, specifically in that second quarter, has really been impressive today.
Yeah, they turned the defense up about 5 notches after that first quarter. A lot of sloppy play going back and forth between these two squads in the first, but in the second, the Fordham Rams started getting their hands into the passing lanes, knocking the ball loose. They brought the full court press in the second half of the second quarter, and that turned into a 10-second violation on St. Peter's. They've been putting the defensive pressure on, and it's translated into a 13-point halftime lead.
Yeah, 13-point halftime lead, 38-25 Rams. I'm Chris Carrino, joined by Tucker Austin. We have Gabby Price coming in doing sideline reporting around at the end of every quarter. We'll hear from her in a little while. It's going to be Fordham Rams still in their home white and St. Peter's Prep in their away dark blue.
It's been 2 players for St. Peter's today, whereas for Fordham it's really been mostly Taylor Donaldson getting things going for the Rams. For the Peacocks, it's been Layla Laws and Fatma Jana getting it done. They both have 8 points. Jana has 3 boards. Laws is 2 for 2 from the free throw line with 2 steals and a block. She's filling up the stat sheet tonight, really putting crooked numbers pretty much everywhere. We'll see if Fordham is able to adjust to try and shut down Jana. She is a hard player to stop. A 6'2", big frame, big body. She's been a problem for Fordham all night. We'll see if the Fordham Rams can put together a sizable squad, maybe, to stop her underneath. Because if not, she could put a dent in this lead for the Peacocks as we start this third quarter.
It'll be Shea Harris, Taylor Donaldson, Kayla Berry, Maya Ferguson, and Irene Moore out there, the 5 for the Rams. It'll be the Peacocks starting it off. Zenkova on the right elbow. It's Alana. Alana now in the right corner. Back out to Zenkova to Laws. Top of the key, pump fakes, then drives to the right side of the lane. No good. Jana is there on the offensive glass and cleans it up for 2. It's 38-27 Rams. Shea Harris has it left corner to Ferguson, left wing. Ferguson to Kayla Berry, right wing, to Shea Harris, right corner. Taylor Donaldson will take a 3. No good, right corner. Jana, rebound under the basket. Peacocks moving the other way. Alana. Top of the key. Jenkova called for the travel at the Fordham script logo. It'll be the Rams the other way. Another turnover for the Peacocks.
Yep, starting off the second half right where the Peacocks left off at the end of the first. Zdenkova looked a little confused there as she caught the ball and gathered herself at the top of the key, but was called for the travel as she didn't put the ball on the floor.
Taylor Donaldson left corner into Moore on the left block. She'll spin, put up a left-hander, no good off the backboard, and she'll get the offensive rebound. Out to Taylor Donaldson, no good on the 3 from the left wing, and Elena and the rest of this St. Peter's team will gather offensively.
Still like to see Arena Marua getting involved underneath, getting more rebounds. We'll look to see if she can continue to do that against these tall St. Peter's players.
Grant on the right block to Jana. Jana backing down Berry, driving inside and finishing at the rim, spinning baseline side and getting 2 for the Peacocks.
Well, Fatma Jana taking things upon herself here at the start of the second half.
She, as you say that, is intercepting, blocking a pass out of bounds intended for Mora under the basket. It'll stay with the Rams, but a great defensive, impactful play there from Jana.
Yeah, she's really putting her name all over the start of this third quarter. She picked up 2 rebounds and a bucket within the first 30 seconds.
Harris in the right corner to Berry on the right elbow. Now driving to the left elbow, driving to the left side of the lane, not finishing at the rim, bouncing on the rim like 4 or 5 times, not quite getting it to go. Alana and the Peacocks offense coming the other way. Alana to Jana, right wing 3, it's good. Jana given the space and finishes.
Fatma Jana absolutely on fire to start this second half.
38-32, Jana with 15 and 6 rebounds. Given to Antoine, right wing to Shea Harris, right corner. Back out to Ferguson, top of the key to Taylor Donaldson, right wing, inside to Morrow on the right block. Back out to Donaldson, right corner. Pass inside to Antoine under the basket. She's blocked. Alana will pick up the loose ball, going the other way for the Peacock offense. Pass to Grant, left wing. She'll take a wide open 3 and hit. Layla Grant hits the 3 and brings the Peacocks within 3 points.
And it was mostly Jana involved before that shot, getting the Peacocks back to within 3.
Shea Harris to Taylor Donaldson on the right wing. Back to the top of the key to Antoine at the free throw line. Downstairs to Mora. Doesn't finish under the basket, but she'll go to the line for 2.
More tenacity from Marua underneath. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. But Fordham, out of the gates, really, really slow, playing on their heels to start this second half. And the lead that they had at halftime, a 13-point lead, completely evaporated within the first 3 minutes here.
Yeah, completely evaporated. This Peacock team built a lot of momentum there. As Irene Moore, first time at the line. No good from Irene Moore on the first. She's 1 of 1 so far on the night.
A 73% shooter from the stripe last season. A bit of an uncharacteristic miss there.
7 points and 2 rebounds tonight. She'll make that one to make it 8.
That ends a 10-0 run to start the quarter by the St. Peter's Peacocks.
Yeah, Peacocks came out firing. Jana gathers it deep on the right wing with this press Fordham defense playing behind her, almost stripped from behind, but a foul called instead.
I had a feeling that one was going to get called. Reaching in from behind was Shea Harris. Fordham doing a good job of getting their hands on the basketball and poking it away, but that time a little too aggressive from Shea Harris on the reach.
Yeah, a little extracurricular chatter afterward as well. Jenkova will take it out right in front of her own bench to Alana, top of the key, to Grant left wing, into Jana at the free throw line. It's fouled, another reach in on the floor. And Fordham building some frustration defensively, not able to keep themselves out of the foul column.
And Fatma Jana looks so confident out there right now, in complete control of her squad and of the floor at the moment. Now to within 4 of the Rams and looking to make it 2.
And Jana getting it on the right wing, passing to Anala, back to Jana. In the left corner, that 3, no, it will not count. It'll be a travel before the shot attempt, and it'll go back toward the Rams. Back to a point you made earlier with Jana. Feels like there is just kind of this confidence roaming from her at all stages of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you could see it the way she came out to start this half, put her team on her back and brought them back into this game, really revived the Peacocks.
Yeah, it's going to be another foul off the ball. And that one's going to go on number 6, Maria Andorino. She makes a quick stop in the game, comes back off.
Meanwhile, Layla Laws back in for the Peacocks, another dangerous scorer.
More cross-court pass, right corner to Taylor Donaldson. She hits on the 3. Taylor Donaldson gives this Fordham team a 7-point lead, 6:25 to go in this third quarter.
Huge answer 3 for Taylor Donaldson there. Fordham desperately needed to build their lead back up again, and then they bring the full court press immediately.
Laws to Jana in the right corner, no good on the 3. Nothing but air. Not all, nothing but air. It'll trickle out of bounds for the Fordham offense. 42-35, 6:09 to go in this third quarter. Ferguson has it on the right wing, in between the circles to Donaldson, on the left wing to Harris, back up top to Ferguson, back to Shea Harris on the left wing. She'll drive baseline side, take the mid-ranger and hit. Shea Harris with another bucket, getting this Fordham lead back out to 9.
Excellent mid-range jumper there from Shea Harris. When the looks aren't there inside in the paint where they were for the Fordham Rams early in this game, it's getting a little bit harder for them to score under the basket. It's time to move it out to the mid-range.
Alana to Laws. Laws gets it across half. Back to Alana deep on the left wing. She'll control the offense, drifting out to the center. To Jana. Jana has it on the left wing. She'll take a quick 3 and a hit. Fatima Jana playing with confidence and playing with talent. A deadly combination. Laws tips that one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams. Fatima Jana, Tucker.
Fatma Jana, I mean, oh my goodness. She's 6 for 7 on her last 7 shots from the floor. And we talked about efficiency playing a big role in this game throughout. Fatma Jana 8 for 12 on the game overall, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. The efficiency certainly there for Jana.
It's going to be Shea Harris on the left wing. Up top, Rose Nelson. Top of the arc to Mora. On the left elbow, dribble handoff Shea Harris. Shea Harris pump fakes, then dribbles left, takes the jump shot. No good from mid-range. Taylor Donaldson on the offensive glass. Back out to DePool. Offense resets. Shea Harris has it on the left wing. Shea Harris pass out Donaldson between the circles. Donaldson directing the offense to Mora. Top of the key. She'll almost lose it. Gets it back to Donaldson. No good on the end of the shot clock. Long 3. And it'll be a foul on the floor, on the glass, on Shea Harris.
Yeah, Taylor Donaldson actually went down after taking that shot. Seemed like maybe her landing space was impeded just a little bit. No call, though, on the floor. And I got to say, the offensive rebound that created the rest of that play from Taylor Donaldson as well, that was a little bit too easy, right next to Jana, but not really much of a contest on that board.
4:52 to go in this third quarter, 44-38. Fordham leads the St. Peter's Peacocks. We'll be right back after this with WFUV Sports.
Hi, this is Michael Kay, WFUV class of 1982. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV sports.
Nick Guzman here.
And I'm James Burley.
We're the hosts of FUV FC, WFUV's very own soccer podcast.
Tune in weekly as we break down everything there is to know in the world of soccer.
From the Champions League to the international game to Major League Soccer, we'll have you covered all over the pitch of the beautiful game.
You won't want to miss it. With a rotating group of hosts and beat reporters, FUVFC is your source for all things soccer, football, or whatever you want to call it.
If it's about the beautiful game, we're cutting it up on FUVFC.
FUVFC is a production of WFUV Sports.
Welcome back to the Rose Hill Gym here on the campus of Fordham University in the borough of the Bronx. I'm Chris Carrino, joined by Tucker Austin. We got Gabby Price on sideline duty. She'll be coming in around the end of this third quarter. Rams lead 44-38 here at home against the St. Peter's Peacocks. And Tucker, my partner, Tucker, Fordham been good to weather the storm. St. Peter's stormed back in this third quarter, and Fordham still with that 6-point lead and effectively still in control of this game.
Yeah, well, it was Taylor Donaldson answering the bell again for the Fordham Rams. She's been all over the floor tonight, and when St. Peter's came storming out of the gates with a 10-0 run, it was Taylor Donaldson getting involved in the play again, both defensively and offensively. She comes up with a huge answer three on the offensive end, puts the Rams back up by 5. Now the lead back up to 6 for the Rams with just under 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Layla Grant hit a big three for St. Peter's as well. That's when they got the lead all the way down to 3 in that third quarter. They stormed back 10 unanswered points to start the quarter for the St. Peter's team. Fordham doing a good job, as I said, to handle the storm. It'll be Fordham taking it out under the basket. Taylor Donaldson getting it into Mora in the left corner. Dribble handoff back to Donaldson. And it'll be an offensive foul. It'll go back the other way of the Peacocks. Another turnover for this Ram team, and another turnover in a game riddled of them.
Yeah, turnovers all over the place, and it seems like in this second half, at least at the start, St. Peter's was the team that was able to make the best adjustments in terms of the turnover differential. Fordham, on the other hand, starting to lose it a little bit.
Alana. Back to Alana in the right corner. That three, it's good. Denkova. Big shot bringing St. Peter's within 3 once again. 4:20 to go in this third quarter. Shea Harris has it on the left wing, out to Donaldson, top of the arc, to DePool, right wing. DePool inside to Mora. Mora right outside the paint, and she'll be double teamed and fouled. It'll be on the floor, and it'll be another out of bounds check in for this Ram team.
Yeah, it'll be a reach on Maya Hyacinth there. She looked very confused with the call, definitely looking for a jump ball there, but it's a reach and it's Fordham basketball.
Hyacinth guarding the inbound. DePool under the basket to Shea Harris on the right wing. Pass out to DePool. DePool, top of the arc. Dribble handoff, left wing, Taylor Donaldson. Taylor Donaldson drives left. Cross-court pass to Shea Harris. Right corner three is good. Great vision there from Taylor Donaldson and the finish from Shea Harris.
And another big answer three for the Fordham Rams. After Zdenkova's three for the St. Peter's, it's Shea Harris on the other end for Fordham.
To Jana, left wing three, no good on the feed from Alana.
Boy, that's a surprise with how hot she's been in this half.
Dribble handoff, Shea Harris to Taylor Donaldson on the right wing, going left around to Moore's screen, now to DePool, left wing. She'll take a high arcing three, no good off back iron. It'll be Jana rebounding, getting it ahead to Alana. Alana, pass to Jana on the left wing. She was thinking about the dribble handoff. Passes it cross court. Denkova to Alana. Alana, center court. Now drifting left wing. On the right wing to a Manning. And another foul on the floor. I believe that one is going to be on number 5, Shea Harris. That was to the victim of Fatima Jenna. And it's going to be another foul for this Fordham team. Now their third foul of the quarter.
Yeah, a little early to be picking up, or not early to be picking up 3 fouls, but I think you can give Shea Harris a little bit of credit. She's trying to guard the St. Peter's best scorer in Fatima Jana, and it's a big body in there, certainly larger than Shea Harris, the 5'8 junior, matching up against the 6'2 sophomore. Shea Harris getting the foul on the tenacious defense.
O'Connell on the right wing. Now going right. Getting it out to Manning on the right wing. Loses it. Tries to gather it back at half court. Jana does. And a jump ball called. It's going to go the other way in favor of the Rams. Another turnover for this Peacock team.
Man, just inches there at center court from being a backcourt violation on the Peacocks. I'm not really sure how they managed to save the ball before it crossed the half-court line. But either way, it's Fordham Rams ball.
Bull taking it out of the backcourt to Shea Harris on the left wing. To Kayla Berry, top of the arc. Tried to get it on the left elbow to Wilson Seltos, but she loses it. It'll go the other way back to the Peacocks.
I believe, was that a foul they called?
I don't know.
On Wilson Santos.
Or did they just call establishing possession?
I think it may have been a possession call because possession does belong to the Peacocks right now with the arrow on the scorer's table. Didn't seem like there was a foul called there on the loose ball.
Laws gathering it at half court, now getting it past half court. Getting it to Jana on the left wing. Dribble handoff O'Connell. O'Connell will gather it top of the arc to Jana on the left elbow. Now in the right wing. No good there off back iron for Hyacinth, and Fordham will go the other way offensively.
And it was a great find on offense by Jana to find an open shooter in the corner, but they can't connect.
Shea Harris in the right wing. Pass to Wilson Saltos. Saltos back out Taylor Donaldson. She'll go left around a Saltos screen. Finishing in the lane. No good on the right-handed layup. Preceding the Euro step. Now Peacocks coming the other way. Still 47-41 Rams. 1:46 to go in this third quarter. O'Connell, top of the arc. Scouring the rest of the offense. Then Kova to Jana. Jana to Hyacinth. Hyacinth to O'Connell, top of the arc. Resetting once again. O'Connell moving left, now on left wing. Crossover right to left, almost lost it. Still has it, then takes a left wing three. Got absolutely no part of the rim or backboard, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Ball back to Fordham.
Yeah, a very hopeful toss-up there right before the end of the shot clock. Catches absolutely nothing on its way down. Fatima Jana, of all people on the St. Peter's Peacocks, was there when the ball finally came down, but no reset on the shot clock, and it's a violation. Rams ball.
Be Amaya Ferguson taking it up for the Rams. Shea Harris on the left wing, passing back up to Kayla Berry. Kayla Berry to DePool right wing. DePool now makes her way to the top of the key to Shea Harris on the left wing. To Ferguson between the circles. To Shea Harris, back left wing. Quick three. No good on the quick fire. Laws gets the rebound on the defensive glass.
That full court press is back up for Fordham.
Yeah, back up, and Grant, that one just out of her reach, and Jana gets it behind her. Jana calling off Grant, almost looking fed up. Alana ends up now gathering it, top of the arc. Alana passing to Jana, left elbow. She'll now face up her defender and Berry. Dribble handoff, Grant. Back to Alana, right wing, trying to pass it inside to Jana. It'll sail out of bounds. It's going to stay on this side with the Peacocks.
And after the Peacocks got off to a blazing start in the third quarter, St. Peter's now scoreless for the last 3 minutes, 49 seconds. Fordham's defense really locking in the second half of the third quarter.
Jana going baseline through the right side. Couldn't quite get up a legible shot, but she'll go to the line for two.
Jana, 64% shooter last season. Tonight from the free throw line, she is 0 for 1, though. Something about this gym and opposing teams just being unable to make shots from the free throw line for some reason.
That one no good. Well, broadcaster's jinx, opposite maybe of a broadcaster's jinx. 47-41 still. The score has not changed.
I still think the jinx belongs to the Rose Hill Gym and not to me.
Of course. Jana makes the second. 47-42, 31 seconds to go in this third quarter. 3-second separating shot and game clock. Ferguson drifts over to the left wing. Giles Jones passes it to DePool on the right wing. Back top of the key to Ferguson. Ferguson trying to get it inside to Mora. It's tipped by Jana. It'll stay on this side with the Rams.
Yeah, a looping pass over the top like that. I did not expect that to get through, given Jana's court vision. She can see everything right now.
Trying to pass it from under the basket. Jana gets there to intercept it on the inbound. It's going to be 10 seconds for St. Peter's. One more shot. Alana, pass up to Jana, top of the key. She'll drive through the middle of the paint, Euro stepping, and missing on the left-handed layup. And I believe it's going to be a foul call?
It seemed like there was some contact. I think it's actually an out of bounds. It's going to be Fordham's ball.
It's going to be an out of bounds call. Fordham's ball, 3 seconds left. It's going to be DePool at half court. Sends a heave. No good off the backboard. That's it for our third quarter. Fordham Rams lead the St. Peter's Peacocks 47-42, entering the fourth and final quarter. We'll take a little break, but first, before that break, we'll send it to our sideline reporter, Gabby Price. Gabby?
Well, guys, the Rams have found themselves in a much closer battle than the last few quarters, and a physical one at that. Irene Marua has made herself known, playing a very physical game, scoring 7 points and 2 rebounds. Taylor Donaldson also seems to be so back with 17 points and 3 rebounds, a presence that the Rams are very happy to have. She's being contested by Fatima Jannah, who looks to continue leading her teams in points. She currently has 18, which is over her average of 15.5 points per game. In this fourth quarter, it will be very interesting to see how these two team leaders will continue to push both their teams and each other.
Thank you, Gabby. Gabby will be back in the fourth quarter from her sideline duties. We'll take a little break along with the teams here at Fordham Rose Hill. 47-42, Fordham leads St. Peter's. The Peacocks will take a little break entering the fourth quarter. You're listening to WFUV Sports.
Hi, my name is Ryan Rucco, WFUV class of 2008. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV sports.
Hi, this is Mike Breen, WFUV class of 1983. WFUV is the flagship station of Fordham athletics with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to Saturday One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV sports.
Here in the historic Rose Hill Gym. Chris Carrino joined by Tucker Austin here for the fourth and final quarter in this women's basketball matchup between St. Peter's Peacocks and the Rams of Fordham University. Rams up 47-42. Entering this fourth quarter, 10 minutes left to play. Alana going baseline side, tried to send a cross-court pass. It's deflected out of bounds.
Well, Fordham starting off the fourth quarter with the defensive tenacity. Little tip out of bounds, break up the passing lanes a little bit. Hopefully they will continue to do that with a 5-point lead. They're going to need to.
That one goes in. It's once again Jana, but who else? But
yeah, Jana really putting the team on her back.
Fatima Jana really showing her stuff here this Friday evening. Donaldson on the right wing. DePool to Ferguson on the left wing. Ferguson back to Donaldson. Antoine now has it, top of the arc in the right corner. DePool back of the top of the arc, back to Donaldson, and that's going to be a reach-in foul on the way to the left elbow where she was dribbling, and it'll stay with the Rams.
Did they call that on Jana? I think they may have called that foul on Fatma Jana.
Ferguson, top of the arc, going right around an Antoine screen. Now, pass on the left wing to Donaldson. Pass inside on the left block to Mora. She'll spin, face up her defender, right-handed skyhook, and it goes. Irene Mora with the nifty moves down low.
And she goes back to work once again against Jana, taking on the toughest player on the St. Peter's Peacocks and getting the 2 to go. Fordham leads by 5.
Jankova getting it out to Alana. Alana crossing over right to left, now at the left wing, getting stuffed by DePool, stifling defense. Mora was there on the deflection as well. DePool and Mora, the two Fordham newcomers, really showing their effort on the defensive end.
Absolutely, and
Ball
great.
goes out of bounds, deflected.
Yes, great job to not foul in that situation. 2 plays where you could have easily found a reach on both plays, especially Marua diving for the ball there. But no fouls, crucially no fouls here in this fourth quarter.
Layla Law is spinning at the left elbow, or at the left block rather. She doesn't get it to go, but she'll go to the line for 2, getting rewarded with the foul. 49-44 Rams, 8:37 left to go in this game.
And just as I mentioned that there wasn't a foul on that last play, Marua picks up a foul on the shot. It's going to be her first personal foul of the night though, so nothing really to worry about there. Only player in foul trouble for the Fordham Rams is Emma Wilson-Santos. She's picked up 4 personals, so I imagine we won't see her again this game until maybe a little bit later.
First one at the line for Layla Law is no good. She's 8 points for 2 rebounds and 1 assist tonight, as that second one's good as well. Bringing the Peacocks back within 4, 49-45, 8:37 to go in this fourth quarter. Shea Harris taking it out, dumping it to Ferguson in the backcourt. Ferguson to Donaldson right wing, to Harris right wing, to DePool top of the key, swings it to Ferguson left wing, back up top to Harris, top of the key. Ferguson tried to get it in the left corner to Donaldson, it's stolen. Still now anyone's ball. Fordham gets it right back. It's Donaldson passing to Ferguson. Ferguson has it, top of the arc. Now going right around to Morris screen. She'll take the straight on 3, no good. Offside rim. St. Peter's going the other way. Jankova on the right wing. Dribble handoff to Alana. Still deep on the right wing. 49-45, just under 8 minutes to go. Alana DePaul receiving the reach-in foul. The victim of that, Alana, moving from the right wing to right between the circles.
Things starting to get a little bit chippier here between St. Peter's and Fordham. It's DePool and Alana going to the floor together. Going after the ball was DePool. She's called for the reach. Things getting a lot more physical as we get down to the wire here in the fourth quarter.
Alana right wing, trying to get it to Jana at the right elbow. It's a kick ball violation. We'll stay with the Peacocks.
Kick ball violation doesn't exactly do justice to that play. It was really more of a thrown ball off the leg of Taylor Donaldson.
Alana, deep right wing, guarded by Taylor Donaldson, picks up her dribble, pass in the right corner. Now Jana has it in the right post. Backing down her defender, spinning, pass up top to Laws. Laws takes a few dribbles, now floaters inside and finishes. The gather step works wonders. Jana is holding her hamstring in the backcourt. Mora on the other side, under the basket, finishes with the foul. Irene Mora picking up the and one just when the Rams needed it.
And what a great job Mora's been doing all night in the paint, in the restricted area, under the basket, among the trees. As I've said earlier, St. Peter's has I believe it's 5 6-foot-plus players, but that's no problem for Mora as she goes to the line for the three-point play attempt.
51-47, 7:27 to go in this fourth quarter. Mora will take her free throw. No good off front rim. It's going to be a lane violation on the St. Peter's Peacocks. She'll stay at the line for another. Another missed free throw. Tucker has been talking about the free throw struggles in this gym for both teams. Mora will luckily get a second crack at it. Mora on the second. It's good. Off the same part of the front rim, but that one bounces in the net. 52-47, 5-point lead for the Rams with just under 7.5 to go. It's going to be Alana taking it out in the backcourt for St. Peter's. Another full court press for the Rams. Eventually, it'll be Layla Grant getting it over and getting fouled while doing so. It'll be Shea Harris picking up the foul. That'll be her third foul of the evening, and St. Peter's will throw it in once again.
Coach Bridgette Mitchell getting a lot more active on her sideline here in this fourth quarter. She's been talking to this referee a lot for the last 2 minutes.
Alana deep on the right wing, guarded by Shea Harris. Going left around in a Manning screen. Now moving left of the lane, trying to finish with the left hand. No good. A Manning under the basket. No good on her putback attempt. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. It'll stay with the Peacocks on this side.
And Fordham not doing as good of a job as they did in the first half on the boards. St. Peter's does not get a lot of chances on the offensive glass. So any time that they do get a chance, it's plus points for the Peacocks.
Have a shot clock kerfuffle here. We'll get that sorted. St. Peter's now in their third season of Jennifer Ledham. They have not had the most success over the last 3 years. Things from a talent perspective, Tucker, obviously have been building.
Yeah, it's certainly turning the program around. I mean, you pretty much start from the bottom in 2022-23 when this team went 0-30 in Ledham's first year as head coach.
It's going to be a travel in the middle of the paint there by Layla Laws, the St. Rose alum. And it'll go the other way in favor of Fordham. Another turnover for this St. Peter's team. Now 21 turnovers, almost doubling the Fordham total, Tucker.
Yep. Anyway, Ledham's first season obviously didn't go great for the St. Peter's Peacocks, but in the second season she picks up 7 wins. So 7 is more than 0, certainly. Definitely building this program up.
Giles Jones pump faking from the right wing, driving inside. Shot doesn't go, but she'll go to the line for 2. Hard foul there in the paint.
And a huge play there for Maya Giles Jones. Really kind of a quiet night for her, but she will go to the line. Fordham leading by 5. All free throws from this point on will be very, very key as we go down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. The free throws have been a major theme so far, but definitely going to become more vital now down the stretch. Maya Giles Jones is good on the first. She has 3 points on the night. That makes it 4. Already been to the line once. She was 1 of 2. 53-47 Rams. 6:43 to go in this game. No good on the second. It's Jana on the defensive glass. Alana now bringing it up for St. Peter's, as she has all evening long. Alana through the middle of the paint. Dump pass downstairs to Law as she finishes at the basket. Once again, St. Peter's within 4.
And we saw in the third quarter, it was Jana with the hot hand. Now it's turning into Laws with the hot hand.
Amashola on the right wing, ball above her head. Pass to Giles Jones, same spot. Giles Jones pass in the right corner, Taylor Donaldson. Donaldson pass between the circles to Ferguson. Ferguson top of the key. Directing the rest of her offense, now backing up. Now top of the arch, going around 2 screens to the left. Pass inside to Amashola. She finishes at the rim. Beautiful play from the Rams offense.
Oh, what an excellent feed from Amaya Ferguson. Low, not very much time left on the shot clock. She finds Amashola in the restricted area for the 2.
Layla Grant getting it past half court for St. Peter's. 55-49. Rams lead St. Peter's. 5:41 to go. Jenkova to Laws, right wing, or left wing, inside to Jana. Jana backing down more, putting up a shot. It's blocked, but it'll stay on this side with the Peacocks.
And that is massive, massive for Fordham to not pick up a foul trying to guard Jana. She's been hard to guard tonight for the Rams. And now getting towards the halfway mark in the fourth quarter, it's going to be important to try and play as clean as possible, not give away any free points with just a 6-point lead.
Don't want to leave points on the board, as football fans would say. Trying to get into Jana, end up getting into Jankova, get it into Jana on the right block. She'll take a big step in the paint and finish with the left hand. Athletic stuff there from Jana.
Yeah, showing off the footwork was Jana on that possession. A couple steps in different directions before moving swiftly to the bucket.
Shea Harris has it top of the arc to Ferguson on the right wing. Back to Shea Harris. She'll take the straight on three. No good. Missing the rim. Jana gets the defensive rebound. Alana up top to Grant in the left wing. Grant back out to Alana, deep left wing.
Crowd starting to come alive a bit here for the Rams.
Alana guarded by DePool heavily. In the left corner, Grant. Grant getting it into Jana. Jana in the left post takes the mid-ranger and hits. Posts up her defender, or faces up her defender and hits the mid-range.
And a little bit of jawing from Jana after that play, deservedly so. Now with 25 points, leads the entire game in scoring, and a double-double as well with 10 rebounds.
Mora trapped in the right corner for the Rams offense. Now Shea Harris has it, top of the arc. Pass into Mora. Mora passing it under the basket to Kayla Berry, and it goes. Put a little English on it, and it's spun in the net. 57-53, Rams back out to a 4-point lead. And seemingly this Rams offense gets a 3-point play whenever they need it, Tucker.
Yeah, big answer there. Absolutely needed that one to go after Jana knocked down the jumper from the corner, and we'll take a timeout.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout. We'll take a little bit of time. We'll get you wrapped up, get you caught up on the rest of the fourth quarter here in the Bronx at the historic Rose Hill Gym. Fordham leads 57-53 over the St. Peter's Peacocks. We'll be right back with WFUV Sports.
I'm Chaz McAdams.
And I'm Ben Oppenheimer.
And we are two of your hosts for On the Hill, the flagship podcast of Fordham Athletics.
We'll be talking about everything from football at Moglia Stadium
to hoops at the historic Rose Hill Gym,
discussing the ins and outs of all Ram athletes, teams, and big games.
If you want to be part of the Ramily, then listen to On the Hill from WFUV Sports.
Hi, this is Ben Oppenheimer reminding you to tune in to New York's longest running sports call-in show, One on One. Catch One on One live on the WFUV Sports YouTube channel every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then later on 90.7 FM from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. We'll catch you next Saturday on One on One.
Back here at the Rose Hill Gym, 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. The Fordham Rams lead the St. Peter's Peacocks 57-53. Chris Carrino joined by Tucker Austin. We'll get to the rest of the fourth quarter, but first, another sideline update from our sideline analyst, Gabby Price. Gabby?
Well, guys, as we've seen the past couple games, Coach Mitchell has emphasized rebounds. Against Adelphi, Fordham racked up 33, and when they faced Cal Fullerton, they closed the game with a whopping 44. Tonight has not been a different story. Fordham has 26 rebounds, with 10 players having at least one on the stat sheet. And it's this type of cohesiveness, Fordham's ability to play as a unit, that will keep making them successful on the court. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you for your work all night long. Gabby's first sideline game. I thought she did a great job. What about you, Tucker?
Absolutely. From what I heard, I mean, she's been using my headset for 2 of the sideline reports, but for the one that I did hear, it was good stuff out of Gabby Price on the sidelines.
We'll see now if like Gabby, Fordham can finish strong here. The Fordham Rams holding on to a 4-point lead. St. Peter's keeps fighting back. Tucker, they aren't going anywhere.
No, absolutely not. Fatima Jana has made it her mission in this game to make sure that the Peacocks do not go down without a fight here in the Rose Hill Gym. 4:20 to go. We're nearly ready to go as the Rams are on the court. St. Peter's breaks their huddle. It's a 4-point lead for the Rams, and Kayla Berry is at the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
Kayla Berry, a big 3-point play. Lorena Mora had one similar earlier. It's a 4-point lead hinging on 5 with Kayla Berry at the line. 4:20 to go, 57-53. That one's good, 58-53, Fordham lead over St. Peter's, 4:20 to go.
Ice cold coming back from a timeout to just make that free throw. It was a great job by Berry.
That is an underrated amount of icing that a player has to go through. Pass up to Jana at half court, breaking the full court press. Jana under the basket to Laws. She traveled, called for the travel under the basket. Great play by Jana, bounce pass under the basket, but Laws just couldn't keep her feet down.
Yeah, Jana with the court vision all the way down. Her eyes were darting all over the place looking for the open player. Laws she found under the basket, but couldn't set her feet.
It's DePool to Rose Nelson, top of the arc to Ferguson, right next to her. To DePool left wing, to Harris right wing, inside to Mora, middle of the paint. She'll pass it out to Harris on the right wing, take a few dribbles, mid-ranger, no good. Shea Harris gets her own rebound, pass it back out to Ferguson, and they'll reset the offense. DePool on the left wing, back top of the key to Harris, to Rose Nelson on the right wing, fakes right, goes left, to DePool on the left wing. Her high arcing three, no good. Offensive rebound by Mora. Another chance for the Ram offense. Ferguson has it, left wing, they're resetting once again. Harris has it, top of the arc to Nelson on the right wing, to Ferguson on the left wing. She'll drive baseline side, try to put up a left-handed hook. It didn't really get anywhere, and it's gonna be a foul on the floor on the Peacocks.
Yeah. Irina Mora, absolutely does not care about how tall these Peacocks players are. She has been fearless in the painted area all night for the Fordham Rams, and she goes back to the line. Fordham in the bonus now as well.
Fordham in the bonus. Irene Mora, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on the night so far. Mora missing at the line once again. 3 for 4 at the line so far tonight. Second one from Mora, no good as well. Taylor Donaldson on the offensive glass. Another opportunity for the Fordham offense. Ferguson on the left wing to Donaldson. To Harris, top of the arc. To Donaldson, left wing. She'll drive baseline. It'll hit the stanchion, and it'll be out of play. The stanchion of the basket is out of play, and it'll go back with the Peacocks. Productive stuff there, though, from the Rams offense, though.
Yeah, we see more of the offensive rebounding, which we actually haven't seen for quite a while out of the Rams, finally getting back to what they do best on the offensive glass.
It's going to be another full court press for the Rams. It's going to be Laws to break it. Alana has it at the top of the key. Zinkova was dribbling with it. The crowd wanted to travel. Alana right wing to Zinkova on the left wing. Dribble handoff. Layla Grant to Jana on the left wing. Her three is good. Jana held onto it on the left wing for a little bit and let it fly.
Yeah, great shot from Jana. Now a 2-point game, and it's going to be a timeout called, I believe, by the Fordham Rams.
Rams walked it over into the front court, called timeout, and the St. Peter's bench is screaming as they go into the timeout.
Yeah, a whole lot of momentum was just generated there by Fatima Jana. Huge 3-point jumper there. She moves to 3 for 6 on the night from beyond the arc, 12 for 18 from the floor. Obviously already mentioned the 10 rebounds, but now at 28 points, she's nearing a 30-piece here for St. Peter's. I mean, like, after a performance like she had against Army with the 19, she puts up nearly 30 here against Fordham. Fatima Jana clearly is the leader of this St. Peter's Peacocks team.
And we talked about it before the game, Tucker. Taylor Donaldson in this same matchup last year put up a 30 ball, even more than 30, and in her career high. And something similar from Jana here. They have very different play styles, but if you're just talking level of dominance on the offensive side of the ball, Jana is right up there. She's been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, she has been nearly impossible to stop, at least without committing a foul tonight. The only person on the the only player on the Fordham Rams who we've seen that was able to actually move Fatima Jana around was Irene Mora.
Yeah, Irene Mora doing a lot of work for this Fordham team. As you said before, Tucker, she has been unafraid when attacking in that painted area. That painted area this Fordham team has not had a ton of success in. Maybe some more success there could turn this tide of this last 240 for this Ram team.
I would look for Amaya Ferguson to start to put her stamp on this game as well. She's only 3 for 9, 1 for 4 from 3 in this one, 7 points, but she's been on the floor for 28 minutes, matching Mora and Donaldson for the Fordham Rams in this one. I would like to, if I'm the Rams, I would like to see more out of Amaya Ferguson trying to help out Taylor Donaldson. You don't want to leave it on Taylor Donaldson to try and bring this to the finish for the Rams, especially because it's only her second game back from injury.
It wouldn't even necessarily be you want to see more of Amaya Ferguson, because like you said, you're seeing a lot of her. You want to just see her shooting the ball more, you know, making more, not necessarily making more of an impact, because she is, but kind of being a little less shy on the offensive end.
Yeah, and as well, like we mentioned before about the efficiency, you just like to see a bit more of an efficient game out of Amaya Ferguson. I mean, coming in, you'd expect more of an efficient game.
Yeah. Games like this can get away from you quickly, especially like a team like St. Peter's in a lower, you know, some would say lower quality conference coming in here. Not necessarily the favorite by any metric, but coming in and seeing the distance that Fordham was trying to create down the stretch and really just hanging in there and being stubborn and really refusing to go away, Tucker.
Well, it seems like this Fordham team really, now that we're into the fourth game here, they have trouble closing out games. We've seen them get out to leads pretty handedly. They had a 13-point lead at the half, but then St. Peter's stormed back with that 10-0 run. And this Fordham team really, like they really threw away their first game against Adelphi, now in range to throw it away again.
Ferguson pressed immediately on the inbound, and Layla Law has almost intercepted that one. It's going to be Taylor Donaldson taking it out in front of her bench. Ferguson gets it to Giles Jones deep on the right wing. Back to Ferguson, top of the arc. To Giles Jones, to Mora in the right corner, right in front of the perimeter. Back up top to Shea Harris, to Giles Jones on the right wing, getting it inside, Taylor Donaldson, backing in, going from right to left in the lane, missing at the rim. And St. Peter's has the ball down 2 with 2:14 left in this game.
And Mora nearly poked it away on the offensive end after the rebound was gathered by St. Peter's, but Jana quickly gathers it again.
Alana. Genkova to Laws. Got it in. It's going to be an offensive foul there. Fatima Jena getting called on the offensive foul. That's going to be, I believe, her 4th foul of the evening. A big foul to pick up for her, who's, as we've talked about all evening, has been so impactful, and also a turnover, getting the Rams the ball back.
Yeah, fouls weren't really that big of an issue at the start of the fourth quarter, but now Jana and Layla Grant both with 4 for the Peacocks.
Shea Harris on the right wing to Giles Jones, top of the arc, back to Shea Harris. Dribble handoff to Ferguson. Top of the arc, back to Harris, right wing. Giles Jones has it, more array of passes from the Rams. Back up top, Ferguson, she'll drive left, trying to pass it in the middle of the paint to Taylor Donaldson. It's intercepted. St. Peter's coming the other way. Alana slowing it down slightly. Grant has it on the left wing. Back up to Alana. Alana has it at center court. It's going to be a timeout called by the St. Peter's Peacocks. It seems like Jennifer Ledham is going to need a bit of a time to talk it over. We'll take a bit of a break as well. 58-56. Rams still holding on to that lead. Just 1:21 left in this game on this beautiful Friday evening. We'll be right back from the Bronx with WFUV Sports.
Hi, my name is Ryan Rucco, WFUV class of 2008. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV.
Back here at the Rose Hill Gym, 1:20 to go out of the St. Peter's timeout. Jana tries to go baseline side off the right wing and gets stripped. It'll stay here with the Peacocks. 58-56. Fordham leads St. Peter's. 1:17 to go.
Well, time really melted off this clock in the last 4 minutes.
Seriously, Alana to Grant, deep on the left wing. To Jana at the free throw line. Back to Grant, deep on the left wing. She'll take a three. No good. Offside rim. Giles Jones will gather the rebound. DePool gets it. DePool bringing it up for the Rams. 1 minute to go. 58-56, still a 2-point lead for the Rams. Donaldson gathers it at the left elbow. She'll go left and finish with the left hand at the rim.
Huge points to put the Rams up by 4 with 50 seconds and ticking now.
Yeah, 45 seconds to go, 2-point lead, 4-point lead for the Rams. 60-56 Rams over St. Peter's. 40 seconds now to go. 25 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Jana, dribble handoff. Offensive foul. Off the ball, the victim of that foul is Camila DePool, and the Rams will get it back. Another turnovers for the Peacocks. That's 24, Tucker.
Yeah, it's a 10 turnover differential now between St. Peter's and Fordham. And that play, Donaldson's bucket was really huge for the Fordham Rams to put them up by 4, not just because it gave them a more than one possession lead, but also because it ended a 3.5-minute scoring drought for the Fordham Rams here in the fourth quarter that was allowing the Peacocks to claw their way back into this one. But Taylor Donaldson quietly just shuts it down, gets her good look on the layup inside, and puts the Rams up by 4.
Ferguson gets it in the backcourt, and she's fouled almost immediately. It's Alana. The Robert Morris transfer on the foul.
It's about that time with 32 seconds to go. Fordham in the bonus as well, so all fouls will be for 2 free throws.
Those free throws value, like you said earlier, really go up in a time like this. 60-56, 32 seconds left, and Taylor Donaldson's
and that was the 5th on Jana.
And that
Sorry, Chris, to jump over you, but that was the 5th foul on Jana to force the free throws here. Jana will sit for the rest of this game.
No, that's extremely important. It's Fatima Jana. She's been so good in this game, and Ferguson makes both free throws there at the charity stripe to give Fordham a 6-point lead now. And yeah, a 5th foul on Jana. She'll sit down the rest of the game. We'll take a little break. Timeout called after the free throw. 62-56. Fordham leads St. Peter's. 32 seconds to go. We'll be right back from the Bronx with WFUV Sports.
Nick Guzman here.
And I'm James Burley.
We're the hosts of FUV FC, WFUV's very own soccer podcast.
Tune in weekly as we break down everything there is to know in the world of soccer.
From the Champions League to the international game to Major League Soccer, we'll have you covered all over the pitch of the beautiful game.
You won't want to miss it. With a rotating group of hosts and beat reporters, FUVFC is your source for all things soccer, football, or whatever you want to call it.
If it's about the beautiful game, we're cutting it up on FUVFC.
FUVFC is a production of WFUV Sports.
Welcome back to the Rose Hill Gym, home of Fordham University. Fordham Rams up 62-56. 32.6 left on the clock. Just fouling out was Fatima Jene. She had 28 in this game, was arguably the most impactful player in this game. She has to take the seat the rest of the game. It's going to be Alana deep on the left wing, going right around the Manning screen. Alana looking left corner. That high arcing three, no good by Jankova. It'll be a scrap on the ground and a jump ball in favor of the Fordham Rams. The possession arrow to the Fordham Rams.
Yep, gotta love the possession arrow in this case. For if you are the Fordham Rams, it's gonna be a timeout taken by Fordham with a 6-point lead here, 13.9 to go. I imagine the Peacocks were planning on an intentional foul on the inbound. I'm not sure what Bridgette Mitchell wants to talk about. Maybe just slowing things down, making sure that everyone stays focused with time remaining. Obviously, a 6-point lead is a little hard to surmount with less than 14 seconds on the clock, but you never know. This is college basketball. All it takes is 2 threes. Bridgette Mitchell wants to make sure that her team, whoever goes to the line, will sink at least one, and that will be the dagger.
Need to sink at least one here. One almost puts it completely out of reach. 6-point lead. I've seen crazier, Tucker. I've seen crazier. I truly have. Irene Mora taking it out in front of her bench. Chris Carrino joined by Tucker Austin here on this beautiful evening in the Bronx. 13 seconds left. It'll be a foul immediately. Nikola Genkova fouling Taylor Donaldson. Not the player you want to foul there.
No, not necessarily. 72% shooter last season. Tonight, she is perfect from the line at 4 for 4. And if one goes, I think it could be safe to say that that one would be the dagger.
Be Taylor Donaldson at the line for 2. She hits her 20th point of the night as well. 20 points and 4 rebounds for the still returning Taylor Donaldson. Her second from the line is good as well. Now 64-56, an 8-point lead for the Rams. They're still full court pressing. Maya Giles-Jones hitting it out of bounds. Just 12 seconds left on the clock. Still a full court press for the Rams.
I love the pressure and love the tenacity here with 11.9 to go. This is how you build an identity of a team.
Grant gathers it, guarded tightly by Ferguson in the backcourt, now moving into the front court. Grant looking at the clock, 4 seconds left, coughs it up, and Taylor Donaldson will hold on to it for the final remaining seconds. That's it for us here at the Rose Hill Gym. The Fordham Rams get the victory down the stretch, 64-56 over the St. Peter's Peacocks. A good win for the Rams at home to bring their record back to 500, Tucker.
Yeah, and who else but Taylor Donaldson to get the final steal of the game. Takes the ball away at the top of the key and dribbles it out after knocking down the dagger free throws. 21 points for her on the night. 3 for 8 from beyond the arc, 6 for 16 from the floor. Not super efficient shooting from the floor, but 6 for 6 from the stripe. She got her charity shots to go. 4 boards and 6 steals for Taylor Donaldson as well. Getting it done in the passing lanes and on the defensive end, leading the Fordham Rams on the offensive end. A complete game for Taylor Donaldson. I think it's safe to say TD's back.
Absolutely, TD is back. And also, Tucker, through that third quarter, it was one of the catalysts for it was TD, but there just seemed to be another kind of energy, another kind of determination to this Fordham team on the defensive side of the glass, and I feel like that was really what was the difference in this game.
Yes, and it was Irene Mora going to battle with Fatima Jana all night for the Fordham Rams in the painted area. She did not go down without a fight. Mora picked up 4 boards and a block, but the stat lines really don't do her entirely justice tonight. She was making it hard on Jana. She wound up putting up 28 points for the Peacocks, but Mora made her work for every single one of those points.
Made her work, but she still had a really productive night. To look at the other side, Jana really seemed like she was most, if not all, of this St. Peter's team's offense, and if it wasn't her, it was by factor of her. Where can you see this team's success going? Is it seriously dependent on Jana and where she goes the rest of the season?
Well, it certainly seems that way. I mean, we talked about it before the show or before the game and during the game that her last time out against Army for the Peacocks, she put up 19 and led the team in scoring. Now she improves her scoring and goes up to 28 points tonight. It was it was Laws for the Peacocks, who put up a decent performance last time against Army. Tonight she puts up 11, the second highest scorer for the Peacocks. And Jana was working with Laws a lot, but I think I agree with your sentiment that this St. Peter's team will go as far as Fatima Jana is willing to take them.
This Fordham team back in action at their cross-borough rival, the Manhattan Jaspers. That one is Wednesday at 7. That's the next time this Rams team is in action. Rams win on a Friday evening at the Rose Hill Gym, 64-56. 56. I would like to, of course, thank on our sideline Gabby Price in her first outing. She was fantastic today. Also would like to thank Tucker Austin, who also made his debut on basketball color commentary today. He was also fantastic. Fordham gets the win 64-56 over the St. Peter's Peacocks. For me, Chris Carrino, and everyone on our crew, we wish you a great night. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.